Yes, people, we are live. We are live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for the 8K subscriber party. We obviously last week, was it last week? 7 to 10 days ago, went past 8,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So big up, salute to everybody who has helped us get there along the way, whether you've been watching from the start, somewhere in the middle, or new people. Large up to everyone who is supporting. Big up Daniel here with the super chat, says, what we are drinking, people. I'm on the spice from. I respect that. Yes, let me start there. Everybody who is watching right now, make sure you've got some form of beverage in your hand. It doesn't have to be alcoholic, people, but make sure you're, whether it's liquor, whether it's water, whether it's apple juice, orange juice, it can be cranberry juice, hot chocolate, tea, coffee, some form of Coca-Cola, whatever the case may be, people. You know what I'm saying? What am I sipping? This is what I'm sipping. This is fire. This Gallo family thing, pineapple and passion fruit. This is the one. Like, this is what I took to carnival. Like, I took enough bottles of this to carnival, and I was mash up. Large up everybody in the chat. Daniel, big up for the super chat. Of course, this will run like a normal Q&A. So any questions you lot have, feel free to get in. And because it's the 8K subscriber party, any questions in regards to Sarcasm City TV, feel free to ask. You got any questions in particular for me, about me, ask as well. I won't answer everything, but yeah, feel free. Yeah, man, get your water, man. That's absolutely calm. Let me actually get to some of the chat. Dan, let me know. Dan Sillyman is behind stage when you're ready. Drop in the private chat. Big up to everyone saying congratulations as well. Let me get to. Genuinely excited, man. I'm gassed that we've made it this far. Gassed. Big up Jesse. Warrior J says, congratulations, flawless on the 8K, aiming for 10K next. Road to 9, but we are going to try and hit 10K. Obviously, TJ Warren, my guy in the cut, says 10K before you know it. Drink in hand, let's do it. PJ says, congrats, much appreciated. Melon says, congratulations, bro. Well deserved. Congrats, bro. Big up yourself. Warrior J says, Surf is going to say you're welcome if he's on the panel today. I'm going to start out. I'm going to definitely start out. King Calvin, big up to you. Thank you very much. Hey, my guy Mike, Red Lion Gang. This man right here, family. Congratulations, brother. Hard work paid off. Having a booze, I'm having a whiskey to celebrate. Hey, man, much appreciated. Hey, Solomon, he's saying congrats, bro. Great content. I loved you on Battle of the North. Hey, much appreciated. Daniel, Doncaster Rovers in the cut as well. Joshua, Casually FC, of course, my guy Marshall sent you over the link. Star Lord says big up, flawless. Pell says, now they always say, congratulations. Hey, Pels, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey, Solomon, big up for becoming a member of the channel as well, man. Much appreciated. Became a Sarcasm City soldier. Check out all the perks and I'll reach out to you, my guy. But much appreciated. MCFC Solo, I see you. RD, I see you as well. PJ says, yo, yeah, man, large up everyone that is indeed tapped in. My guy, Dan Silly, man, in the
Well, hello, motherfuckers.
What you saying, Dan? You good?
All right, we about to get canceled tonight, baby.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. That is the plan, fam. You know what I'm saying? That is the
big
plan.
up, blood. What you saying,
Love,
man? What
Yeah, man.
8K year sarcasm
8K
said
thing.
that. Going
8K,
strong.
you know?
Come on. All right, toast to that, man. I got my drink.
Yeah.
My little Highland Spring.
Toast,
Cheers,
man.
biggies.
Toast.
I don't have my camera on, but toast.
Yeah, toast.
Put your camera on, blood.
Large up jazz every single time.
I got my water here with me, slow like.
Put your camera on, blood.
Nah, not.
What do you mean? Nah.
Eventually.
We scared of, blood?
Nah, hey. My identity is the secret.
You're lying, bro.
He's done. You know what? He's done face reveals before, actually, Jazz. I actually know what Jazz looks like, people.
Yeah, no, I'm saying. Actually, some people know what I look like in the chat as well, but hey, man, that's for another day, baby.
But time to shine says Jazz camera coming at 10K. Yeah. 10K settings. You already know. He says, big up Time to Shine. You've been here supporting from a long time. Says congrats every time, even bigger things coming soon, bro. Of course, man. Anthony, big up to you. Hey, my guy Sheik, Njaps, I see you as well. But you lot, like, it is a Q&A. So it will run like a normal Q&A. So get your questions in. Of course, if you remember, I will start your question. I will get to it. Anything Sarcasm City TV related, feel free as well. I know you lot as well have personal questions. So if you have anything in like regards to people always say, like, how did the channel start? Anything like that. So feel free to get your questions in as well. Like any sport as well. You don't have to be Manchester United related people. And let me know what you're drinking as well, you lot, in the chat. Even if it is water. Let me know. And how many likes we on? We're only at 28 likes and there's over 80 people in here. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What we doing, man? There's over 80 of you lot in here. Like check 1 2 1 2. Let's bump up the likes. You know what I'm saying? And see, just said it here. Get the channel to 10K and face reveal comment. Is this your full-time occupation? Yes. I have other avenues of income, but yes, this is the main occupation. But when you see me out and about doing other things, that's also what it is. To Anthony, who says, what are your plans for what exactly, Anthony? Let me know. Stephanie G as well. Oh yeah, any questions like this, feel free. TJ says, question for Flawless, Biggie or Tupac? I'm not major fans of either of them. When I say that, like in regards to like I would never just be chilling and like let me put on Pac or let me put on Biggie. However, they're both supremely talented. Don't get it mistaken. They're two of the GOATs, without doubt. Well,
who's you, bro?
Oh, my GOAT's 50.
Oh, 50.
But that's my era. Yeah, that's my era.
Yeah.
50 my GOAT, but that's my I grew up on him. So like that's my era. So that's why I would say, why were you shocked by what I said there in regards to not being big fans of either of them? Like music wise, I'm not. Like I would never be like, yeah, I'm chilling. Let me put on a Tupac song or let me put on a Biggie song.
Now I would tune into Biggie songs in the couple here and there, but Tupac, it's not for me personally, but I'm like a young G still.
But yeah, they cold. Don't get mistaken. Two of the best rappers of all time ever. What are you saying, Tazi? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing good, bro. I just want to say congratulations. 8K. No one deserves it more than you, bro.
Love, appreciate it, man. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Big up my guy Dan Levitt for the super chat as well. Because big up Flawless, congrats on this achievement. Just had to pop on to give some support every single time, man. You already know. Large up to you. But yeah, if you not got any questions like that in regards to music and stuff, that's calm. Prediction for United finish for United this season. Who knows? I don't know, man. I don't know. Somewhere from 6th to 8th currently right now is where I'm at, but that could change. So
hey,
what the manager does, it depends on what the manager does. If he reverts back with the players we have to what he did last year, we can definitely finish 6th, 110%. Well, if he carries on with some of the foolishness he's been doing, then it could be 8th or lower. We could be somewhere with Chelsea. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not looking good, man.
Yeah, it's not currently.
Oh no, you would be ahead of Chelsea. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's why I said somewhere with like ahead of them, of course, but like two places. Sorry, like they'll be like 12th. We'll be like 12th. We'll be like 14th. No, they'll be like 14th. We'll be like 12th.
I can't let close. Then if you say 2 spaces ahead of Chelsea, that's not going to be 7th or 8th, man. That's going to be like at least minimum 10, and lower for like it's not looking good for like. You see Chelsea right there. You say you're in a bad situation like. I saw Coach accounts and I saw Matthias shout out to both of them. I saw them arguing against each other who would be in a better place. But bro, you like 14th and 12th. Like that's not the biggest case to really talk about right now. Like I'll be real.
Man gotta do what man gotta do. You know what I'm saying? It is. All right, here we go. Daniel saying you not really utilizing this. Says it's a Jaffa cake or a biscuit.
What the fuck is that?
That's a good question. You don't know what Jaffa cakes are?
What the fuck?
You have Jaffa cakes in the States.
You should.
What is that shit, bro? What do you mean? Wait, I said no once, more than once. What you mean?
No, cause I'm just in shock. That's why. I swear you have Jaffa cakes over there. I swear you have Jaffa cakes over there.
Nah. Ew, what? This looks nasty, bro. What the hell?
You don't have Jaffa cakes over there for real?
I'm looking this up. I'm looking this shit up right now.
That's crazy.
What the hell is this?
That's crazy. Really? You don't have Jaffa cakes? That's
bro, no. I never heard of that shit.
Man,
it looks like shit, to be honest.
Look it up, bro.
Nah,
I know, I did. Bro, it looks like ass, man.
Bro, that shit is amazing. That shit is amazing, bro.
Yeah, they file.
Buy one.
Is it a cake or a biscuit?
I believe you, I guess.
I call it
Go on, what you saying?
Controversial. I call it a cake. I don't give a fuck.
All right, speaking of someone who actually want to hear from on this situation, they'll have a good answer. Yes, Timo, what are you saying, man? You good?
All good, people. All good.
Yeah, man.
Yo, everyone. Hello.
Yo, is a Jaffa cake a cake or a biscuit?
Cake.
You think it's a cake? See, I told you that answer.
Cake.
I agree. I actually agree. I think it's a cake because, like, bro, a biscuit, it needs to be. Oh, it's gonna be poor, so I'm not gonna say that.
Free pause in it. Free pause.
No,
Say it,
I'm
man.
not
Say
gonna-
it. Say it.
Hey,
Pre-pause,
Hey,
pre-pause. Don't worry.
Jaffa Cake was the best.
Pre-pause. It needs to be hard and crunchy. Like this.
Hey, that's not that bad. That's not that bad.
But still, people are gonna take it out of context.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, like biscuits to me is something that's hard and crunchy. Pre-pause. Like,
What are you saying,
Yeah.
Daniel? What are you saying? What are you
Yeah,
saying?
but is a cookie a biscuit then?
To me, a cookie is definitely a biscuit.
What do you mean?
It's a
What's
biscuit.
better, hard cookies or soft ones?
Pause.
Soft.
Soft cookies.
Why is this a question? Why you want to break your teeth on some cookies?
What you mean? What you mean a biscuit? Isn't a cookie a biscuit though?
Yeah, no, that's
Same
what the
shit.
question he was asking. No, he was asking the question: do we class a cookie as a biscuit? That's what he was saying. That's what he was asking.
No, but like, what would the difference be? Is that's the same shit? This is a
No, because we have different biscuits out here. That's why. There's different
a
biscuits.
cookie is a biscuit.
No, yeah, that's
No,
my
not
God.
really.
No, but a cookie is a biscuit, but a cookie is a type of biscuit. We have different biscuits out here.
What?
You've got like a ginger
You,
biscuit,
so you
like-
wait.
Is
You
it the
only-
other way around? Isn't a biscuit type of cookie?
You understand?
Bro, a
Listen, I'm
cookie
here
is.
to ask tough questions. Okay?
Yes,
Bro, what's going on?
It depends on the context. Like, yeah, a
I could
cookie
have
is
sworn
a
everything is a cookie and everything else is like the
No,
the cookie's
no,
the
everything's
umbrella.
like I got some biscuits that I bought when I was buying this liquor. Then,
Bro.
like they're just some Fox biscuits, like biscuits
Bro,
over
you
here.
was-
Like
Then what are
Bro.
cookies a type of cake?
no cookies,
No,
cookies
no,
are
no,
biscuits.
Oh, cookie is a biscuit.
Cookies are biscuit.
Bro, you go to like a Walmart or a Target or whatever the fuck you got going on there, right? You go to the aisle. You go to the aisle. What is that
Yes,
shit? What is
Yes,
that shit?
yes, you go to the
Cookies,
aisle. We
right?
have two. No. It says biscuits. It says biscuits.
Oh no,
It's a-
y'all
it's
just-
alright, yeah.
what?
I got no, but this is the thing. But it's the thing.
I
I just looked up.
Oh,
biscuits.
so you got
and I've seen
you got
no
aisles for
cookie.
cookies? What the hell?
Yeah, there is. There is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just
No,
call them snacks
no.
and you put all the snacks. So you got like a
No,
single
no.
aisle
But
just for
but it
cookies and
says
biscuits.
it says snacks, but there's subdivisions though. It says snacks. It says chips, crackers, cookies. You know,
Yeah,
no
that's
offense to white people, I don't mean to be racist.
that's what I.
All right, this is right. Yeah, great question, Daniel. We're just gonna keep this stepping because we're gonna be here all night. Innit? But big up to Marshall in the cut as well. Yes, Marshall. What you saying, man? You
What's
good?
going on?
Every single
Not much,
time.
Call me
man.
Daniel, fam.
I'm just suffering in silence, just like you, flawless. But you're
Yeah.
already used to this, man.
Yeah,
I'm only
yeah,
2
yeah.
years in, so
Nah, you lot don't do that. I was on a high last season. You lot were terrible last season.
yeah.
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna argue
Don't
that.
do
You're
that.
right.
Don't do that. Oh my god. Let's see what
Yeah, at
else
least you guys
lot
are in
saying.
Champions League. There you go.
Yeah, there we go, man. We have some benefits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The fact that
now
we
I
are
get
in the
bored during the
champs.
week.
Hey, at least you don't have to watch your team lose. You know what I'm saying? And that when we were playing Bayern Munich, I was like, I kind of wish we weren't there.
I don't know. I mean, I'm still watching my team lose. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, twice a week. You only get to see him once a week.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
There you
fair
go,
enough. I'm gonna
that's
take
what it
that
is.
many L's.
Hey, big up
No,
to Adam.
that's
Says,
like a toxic relationship right there. Like, at least I only have to see you once a week.
big up Anthony says, big up, big fan all the way from Sweden. Keep it up, G. Hey, much
Yeah,
appreciated.
big up the Scandinavian people. Big up.
Yeah, man, every single time. I don't know what Scandinavian girl you trying to impress, but salute to her. Make sure she hits the like button and subscribe. Yeah.
You
All
got
right.
Chelsea on TV, by the way, if you ask.
Yeah, all right, yeah, man. Big up. Best stand-up comedian or comedy podcaster. I know you like Brilliant Idiots, but apart from them, who else? That's a good question. Best stand-up comedian.
It's hard not to
Dave
say
Chappelle,
comedy
he-
podcast.
I'm a comedian all day. All day.
It's hard as not to say Joe Rogan. He's like the biggest one, isn't he?
That's the
But it's not. That's not like
Comedy
really a
podcast.
comedy podcast.
That's
No,
not a
that's what
comedy
I,
podcast.
yeah, I went to the
What
first
hell?
part because he said best stand-up comedian. So best stand-up comedian, like this is one and
Dave
two. It's tough
Chappelle, easy.
to like, well, I wouldn't say Dave Chappelle like he's one of the GOATs, but I'm talking about like in like right now.
Bro,
Like, I don't know
went
what's
to
the-
one of his shows
Go on.
recently,
Go
bro.
on.
Like I was crying, bro. I legit like I shed like probably like 3 ounces of tears or liters, whatever. Bro, that shit was crazy. He is
The way you
hilarious.
The way you changed- the way you changed-
European metrics.
the way you changed the metrics, like we weren't gonna call you out on that. We understood what you were trying to get at. But in
Yeah,
regards to
just,
it, it's kind of like with best stand-up comedian because it's like overall, like in terms of like catalog, but then you're talking about right now. Because for me, like Dave Chappelle is, yeah, definitely without doubt one of the GOATs, but he's never gonna top to me, like Killing Me Softly. Like he's never gonna top that. Like that's him at his very best. Like there's that one, and then there's another one as well. I can't remember what it's called. Same way with Chris Rock, you're never gonna top Bigger and Blacker, Never Scared. As good as you are. So that's what it
Kevin
is.
Hart.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart's a killer too.
Kevin Hart's funny. The thing is that what I don't like about Kevin Hart is that it's very much non-offensive. Like and that's just his style, which is cool, but he doesn't really talk about anything like outside of himself. Like he won't talk about politics. Like he won't talk about hosts. Like, and that's not a shot. That's just his style. But go on.
I agree with you. I just saw him live, I want to say last year, because he did a tour of Chris Rock here in the States. And seeing him live versus on like Netflix, it's kind of night and day. He kind of lets it loose. At least he's been trying to let it loose lately.
Okay,
you know?
no, I get you.
Again, a little inappropriate there. But if I had to
I was
do
waiting
like
for
a
someone to
comment,
say
like
pause, but go on, carry on.
but if I gotta put like
it.
comedy podcast or stand-up comedian, it's right now, I think it's a toss-up between Theo Von or Chris D'Elia, man. Chris D'Elia is still killing it.
Nah, Theo Von is a nice shout. Theo Von
is that guy's wild. He comes up with the craziest stories, man.
Hassan Minaj though, he's also that guy knows his shit.
Yeah, but yeah, in regards to comedy podcast, obviously you mentioned Brilliant Idiots because Andrew Schultz is my guy. He hilarious. Outside of that, there's no one that I can think of off the top of my head. No one that I can think of where I go, yeah, but like, yeah, Brilliant Idiots I was legit watching that just before actually. Like that shit's still hilarious. Like over a decade later, that man the way that man run bants and jokes is hilarious. So yeah, that's what I'd say to that. Damn good question though. Like I say, you lot feel free, continue to get your questions in as well. Let's see. Hey, big up Matisse in the cut as well, man. Every single time. Congrats on the 8K, bro. Hey, Matisse, love, man. And you lot make sure you obviously subscribe to Matisse's channel, man. He out here doing big things, man. I seen his new setup. I was like, all right. For man asking me what's in the red cup, is this Spirit, some pineapple and passion fruit thing. It's nice still. This is what I took Carnival. Is it going to sold up? There we go. You lot can see that. So yeah, that's what I'm sipping on. And you lot let me know in the chat as well what you lot are sipping on as well. Hey, Joseph, big up Jesters as well. Let's see what else you lot saying. Big up Jacob, United Spurs of America. I just want to make sure. If I miss you, I apologize, people. Legit. To Eric, that's a hilarious name. I've said this to you before. Eric Tenderhook says, is there a protracted media witch hunt on Ten Hag this week? Nah. You just at Manchester United and you're under the spotlight. Onana dropped his keys and it made the news. Like, that's just what it is. Dropped his keys and it was a legit, I don't know if it was a full article, but I seen the tweet. That tells you all you need to know. RSV says, big up. I didn't even know you was in Detroit. Big up, man. Appreciate it. My guy. Bless up, bless up. Let's see what else you are saying as well. But Marshall, we ain't even spoke. Chelsea, thoughts on your season so far? We haven't spoke since your subscriber party.
I was going to talk to you about Man U, and you came to me
We'll
first.
get there. We'll get there with it. We'll get there.
Because, like, listen.
You talk about Chelsea, and I get to you now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's tough, dude, because, like, you got to... you know what, Flawless? I'm learning slowly but surely. My fan base is spoiled, bro. My fan base is spoiled.
Oh, you think you spoiled? All right, interesting.
No, I'm not even just spoiled, but I feel like my fan base is so fucking fickle. Because, like, best example, right?
Talk about it.
Like when we had Ruben and Pulisic in our team, people were like bashing them, saying they were shite and all this and that. And then the moment they go to AC Milan and they're doing the same exact shit they were doing here at Chelsea, now all of a sudden they're good enough and they're twerking for these guys. Like Ruben soft his cheeks over there, doing what he does best, dribbling through like the offense and shit, and doing, just nice looking football. And he's just not different than what he was doing. But it's just like my fan base, man. I'm realizing slowly but surely we're toxic as shit, bro. No wonder, like, these managers don't work out, man. They don't want to go out with us.
We're toxic positivity. That is our fan base.
You know what it is?
Positivity
because you know what it is, Marshall. Obviously, before you would have started content creating, you would have spoken to like many Chelsea fans. But because now you're content creating, you're talking to a lot more. And I realized that I spoke to a lot of United fans before this. And then obviously when I started doing this, and I'm like, our fan base really don't have a clue. Like it really became apparent. We just don't have a Scooby. But go on, carry on.
Bro,
You know what? It's just like I got on Twitter. That's the thing that happened. I got on Twitter and I start seeing like what, because like I knew I had like a you know a fickle fan base. Like I knew my fans. Like you know, and there's some bad takes out there. But once you get on Twitter, because you know how it is, when you start content creating, you got to get on Twitter. You got to get out there. You got to network. You know, you got to do your thing. Once I got on Twitter, I was just like, oh my God, this world is wild. Like we have some crazy fans and it is what it is. Like I gotta just keep my head on straight and not let it delude me too much, because like it is like this season. Yes, I get it. Like we're not starting off well. 5 games in, 5 points. Not very good, especially for Chelsea. It's shit. And listen, like you didn't see the preseason, but like we were sold a dream in preseason.
Yeah, you were. I remember. And when I came on your channel for the subscriber party,
I was talking to you with chess. I bench pressed like 100 pounds dumbbells that day. I was bigging myself up like I had chess, and now I'm coming out here and I'm like, what happened to my team? Why the fuck are we playing Chilwell left wing? Why is Colwell left back? What the fuck? Like, why are people like already like, you know, saying like, it's just wild. It's just wild. So it's just a balance of, do I be patient? Do I just do what Chelsea fans always do and just start touting Poch out, every manager out? Because like, how many managers do we got to go through before we realize like, this just isn't going to work? We went through 3 managers last season, and it still ain't working. So, like,
maybe you're the problem.
Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am the problem.
No, like you as a fan base. I meant you as a fan base.
Marshall, he meant you, and I agree with him. You and Casually FC, man, and Timo. You man are the problem.
Maybe,
the way people do this. People blame content creators for bad results is hilarious. I've had that happen. People blame me.
I was joking. They actually blame you. It's crazy.
That's wild. But when they flame Flawless, I agree with them. Like he deserves it.
Yeah. They blame me. Oh, we drew. Oh, it's your fault. We drew.
Yeah, because
you should have taught down the whole to save a ball. Like it's what it is, man.
I should have tracked the runner. That's what it was.
But it's crazy. It's crazy because like, listen, in the bigger picture, when you look at it from the outside, looking at the bigger picture, it's 5 games out of 40 in the season. No, 38 in the season. So like, obviously, like, what happens if you just win and start winning from here on out? Then you're not fucking talking like this, and now you're just overreacting, right? So you know, it's hard to see into the future. It's hard to see what's gonna happen, but I just got to be patient and hope the results like turn around, because right now, like, it's kind of in the same boat like you, Flawless. Like right now, it's not looking too hot, but your boat and your scenario is totally different than mine. So
yeah, like we're both like, you know what I'm saying, in crisis waters. You know, like who's worse is not even an argument or a debate I get into, because I just know how bad we are and I see how bad you lot are as well. And I'm just like, thankfully you lot are, because the last week when you lot played Bournemouth, I can say the same for you. I was like, you lot are gonna score, don't score. I was like, oh, these men are gonna score, and then it's just gonna be. But the fact that you lot drew to Bournemouth helped so much. Really
but you know what? Like you asked me this last week when I tuned into the show. Like, where are your goals coming from? Where are your goals coming from? The issue is, I don't think the issue is really the striker. We've been talking about this on Casually FC. We've been having this like in-depth talk about this. I don't think the issue is Jackson or who's gonna score our goals. The issue is who is creating our clear-cut chances. We ain't creating chances up in this team. It's fucked up. We looked at a chart over at Casually FC a few days ago, and we saw like where Erling Haaland was getting passes from at Man City versus where freaking Jackson is getting passes from. And you look at the outside of the penalty box, there's a big ass hole where Jackson's getting passes from. There's just a big ass hole. And then Haaland's getting Haaland's got that like little munchkin donut, like, you know, the middle of the donut. He's got that, but we got the donut. So like we're getting passes outside the box, outside that penalty box, and then Haaland's getting like all these missed chances in the box, but he's scoring goals because he gets like 8 chances in the 9th one, he'll score, you know. Whereas like Jackson, you get 2 chances and he misses them both, you know. Like it's hard for any striker to get any goals when you're not getting that many chances. So it's tough, man. Plus, you got Chilwell on the left wing like for the past 4 games, man. That's been wild.
Yeah, where do you stand with Poch though on that?
You know what? Like, I think it's dumb. I think I think it's dumb. No, I think it is dumb because it's like one of those things. Like, why are you doing this when you have Mudryk and you have Matson, who you played? Like, this guy played Ian Matson all preseason, pretty much. Like every single game of preseason, he played him, and he played in the left wing when he's a left back, and he was impressive. He impressed us. Now, maybe left wing Chilwell works if you have an actual number 10. You know, last game, I'm not going to lose my patience about last game. He should have played Cole Palmer, whatever. It's the only second game we've had Cole Palmer. So maybe this game he plays Cole Palmer. Maybe trust him. But, like, we don't have a number 10. And if we don't have a number 10, then maybe that tactic doesn't work. I'm willing to be patient about it. But at the same time, you have fucking a left wing. And also, I don't even think Chilwell left wing is that much of the problem. I think the other problem, too, is Colwell at left back. Why are you playing a center back at left back? You know, like you have Cucurella, you have, again, Ian Matson that can play left back. What, like, is it a trust thing? Is it the board? They want to, you know, get these players out. There's so many, like, unknowns. And it's just like, I don't want to doubt Pochettino's ability as a manager. He wasn't my first choice, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, this guy's talking a lot of talk, but he's not walking the walk, man. I don't know what's going on with this thing. And
True, so he did say, yeah, go on, carry on.
I'm just hoping if we get a number 10, if we get Cole Palmer playing as a 10 or something going, maybe this works. Maybe. I don't know. I'm sort of it's hard for me to be optimistic. I'm kind of on the edge here.
Yeah, because he did say he was trying to protect the point at Bournemouth.
Yeah, which is it's Bournemouth, bro. It's Bournemouth.
Hey, to be fair, you never know. You never know. Maybe that point
Just shut up, Jess.
What do you mean, bro? What do you mean you never know?
It's
Bournemouth.
Let me land. Let me land. All right, what if this point that gets protected means at the end of the season, all of a sudden, you needed that 1 point to win the title?
Yo, whoever has the crystal ball in Stamford Bridge, yo, throw that shit out the window. Just please. Hopefully it lands on like a volley or some shit. Like what fucking type of that 1 point's gonna be what? God damn, I thought you trying to win.
What if that point saves you from relegation? Like,
I thought that's what you was gonna start with. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I thought you was gonna start with. Then it's a good point. That is a good point. That is a great point. That is a fantastic point.
I'll definitely look back at that 1 point against Bournemouth. Like, yeah, Poch, fantastic. You already knew this was gonna happen.
I remember who was it who threw a game and then just stayed up. I can't remember right now.
Was it Luton or Forest?
This fucking jazz guy, you know.
Hey, one thing I need to say about Poch, man. Like,
yeah.
What he did, you know what he did?
You're the enabler of bad behavior.
Actually, yeah, Jez, talk to me about Poch, because you and him got history.
Yeah, we got history. Like it used to be good. It used to be cute. It used to be that. Like it was the story of the whole.
Pause, man.
It was the story. Where was the pause? I
don't know.
What are you talking about?
I'm staying alarmed.
Hey, yo.
I said, hey, yo.
I said, hey, yo. Taking it out of context, but hey,
yeah. It's right when we do it, huh? I hold that.
Hey, Taz, I'm not gonna lie.
Anyways, yeah. I can't lie. I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know who that guy is. Like, I'll be real. Like the guy at Chelsea, I don't know who the hell that is. Like, it feels like.
You know what, Jess? I just got hit. I just got hit with a revelation. What if Poch is a double agent? What if he's just making us look bad on purpose because he's still a Spurs fan and deep inside? What if? Tinfoil hat time.
I appreciate him, but fuck him. Like, he went to Chelsea. I don't give a fuck.
Fast. I respect him.
Fair enough.
Know what Poch did though to Chelsea though? Like, he came with the CV. He came with the fake wig, fake toots, BBL. And then after the preseason was over,
bro.
After preseason was over, took that shit off and like, now he's seeing nothing. Like,
basically, you're saying he was only bad. He's only bad in makeup. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. He's like a girl who's makeup only.
This man had a meeting with Boley at Hollywood one time.
And then you know, you took the girl home and she took her wig off, man. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Hey, big up to Slim GT as well for the super chat. Much appreciated. Says congrats on AK, bro. Appreciate it. What you say, Timo? Say that again.
That's a nice hobby, by the way. Chelsea lifting a UCL trophy.
Oh, hey, big up to you, Slim GT, man. Big up, large up.
So like looking at
go
this
on, fam.
the destruction. Poch ain't the problem. It's the board buying random players. I wonder how many signings was his choices. He also blocked signings. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He blocked Felix. He blocked who else from going? He blocked Leslie Ugochukwu from getting a loan, and so on and so forth. But like, how are you going to tell me? How are you going to sit here and tell me that Poch, who's being more backed than he ever was at Spurs, is going to sit here and try to defend a point against Bournemouth? Like,
That's crazy.
how are you?
That's
crazy to me. Like,
That's
and you
crazy.
look at the talent on paper, like, you know, it's not a bad team. Like, there's good talent on raw talent. Like, you look at it on paper, it's a good team. So he's getting like, you know, he's got more support there than he got under with Daniel Levy when he was there at Tottenham. So how are you going to tell me that like it's the board?
He went 2 summers. He went 2 summers. He went 2 summers with us without spending peace in summers.
Yeah,
2 summers, bro. So you get
that's what I mean.
You're getting all this
So
money.
like, how are you going to say it's the board? Like this is one thing. This is what I mean about my fan base right now, bro. Like, how are you going to sit here and tell me it's the board when this board has been instilled since January? They haven't even been here for a year. We haven't even had 5 games with this team that we have had 5 games. We've only had 5 games with this team that they just bought pretty much. How are you going to sit here and tell me it's the board? Like, if this project doesn't work out, if we run out Poch's contract, 3 years, whatever, and it's still like shit results, then yeah, I could sit here and be like, fuck, we scouted really badly. But how are you going to tell me in like less than a year that this board being here, that it's the board? How are you going to tell me that, like, you take this team, you rip off the badge, you put Spurs, you rip off the badge, you put United and whatever manager, how are you going to tell me that team's not going to get results? So it's like,
They are.
I can't sit here and blame the board. Like, how can you sit here and blame the
Like the
board?
same issue with Man United. I think with Man United as well, like they got a similar kind of problem with Chelsea. I think their recruitment kind of been almost the same as us.
No, we don't.
I think they're similar in the sense that they like drama just like us.
Yeah. That's one
also-
thing Manchester United are for. Yes.
We
Go on,
also
Taz.
have had like the most injuries in all of European football in every single if you look at every single league,
I think
from,
it's
like,
us,
league-
though. I think it's us.
Division 1 to Division 13, bro. It's literally us. We have 14 injuries.
You
I
sure?
think
Like,
I think it's 2 managers definitely feeling the pressure of the jobs because it's 2 managers without a clear plan. And as a manager, that's
5 games in. That's
That's what I want to ask.
yeah.
This is what I want to ask you,
Yeah.
Flawless, because
Yeah, go.
now you gotta see, like I'm in Chelsea world, you're in United world, so
Yeah.
like you gotta give me a little, like you gotta paint me a picture of what's going on, because I see things from the outside, but like you're like my medium here, pretty much. So this everyone's saying Ten Hag out and all this shit that I'm seeing, like, is it reasonable? Like, because is it really Ten Hag the one that's making the problem? Because I'm looking at your squad, right? You got the whole thing with Greenwood that happened, right? All the stuff with the Saudi shit that didn't go through, which is that baffles me. That actually fucking baffles me. When that happened, I was like, Flawless, I'm sorry, bro. That Qatari, yeah. That when that didn't happen, I was like shocked, right? Then you have the whole Anthony shit happening. This whole thing with Jadon Sancho going down as well. The man's playing fucking FIFA pro clubs instead of training, but that's a whole other discussion.
Hey, Sancho, if you want to play pro club somewhere, shout me. Go on, carry on. If anyone can reach out, let me know. Man. There's a space for you at Sarcasm City TV.
The Maguire stuff too. Like, so like I'm seeing all this like turmoil happening at Man United, and I'm like, can you blame Ten Hag for this? Like, I feel like if none of this was happening, I feel like if Ten Hag had our problem, maybe too many youths, he'd probably be in a perfectly fine spot. I don't think he'd be getting the results that he's getting now.
Yeah, what I would say is everything you mentioned in regards to all the off the field stuff, minus the Sancho thing, because he did spark that. Everything else, that's not on him. Like the whole Greenwood situation, the ownership situation, none of that's on him. I give him no criticism or no involvement on that, because that's just very, very unfortunate. Where I do critique him and criticize him, even though we have injuries, only thing I'm saying is have a clear plan. Like, it's like we do not currently have a style. If we had a style and we're falling short because of quality and players being injured, I'd accept that and go, you know what? Certain players are missing, will improve once they get back. But it's like when people say, "Oh, Manchester United are a counter-attacking side. We're a transitional
True.
a transitional side." No, we're not. I've seen us play every way possible in these first 6 games. Every way. Times we'll try and dominate the ball and play possession. Other times we'll try and counter-attack. Other times we'll try and transition. That's the biggest issue I have with him, is that there is no clear plan. And the crazy part is, I watched you be successful last season doing a certain thing. Just revert back to it. It's really that easy. But for
So
whatever
let me
reason,
ask
he's
you.
refusing to. Go on.
Let me ask you, like, so last season, do you think what he was doing was working? He had a plan, but he was working with what he got. And now this season, do you think it's too early to say he doesn't have a plan? Because you look at all the players you're missing, and you've even got Højlund that just came back, and you bought him you bought him all fractured. You bought him from the used toy department, pretty much. Like, it's like, what is he supposed to do? You know, how is he supposed to have a plan this season?
No, because a plan is, he could put us. There's 5 of us. Well, yeah, there's 5 of us on here right now. It could be us 5 with another 6 players who are not professional, and we can go out. He can give us a plan and go out there and try and implement it. We'll fall short because of the quality, but a plan is nothing to do with quality. I watched Arsenal play Everton. Everton are one of the worst teams in the league. 2 things I can say about them, though: 1, they're organized, and 2, they have a clear plan. They just fell short in that game because of lack of quality. Everton don't have our quality. Their manager's nowhere near as good as us. So why can they go out there with a clear plan and a clear style of play? I could clearly see from the first minute all the way to the 90th minute exactly what they were trying to do against Arsenal. But they fell short sheerly on quality. That's when, shout out to Blues Boys Network, is doing his recap. It's titled, "We Don't Have Enough Quality." One thing about a Sean Dyche team: organization. All I'm asking of Manchester United is 2 things: 1, to be organized, and 2, to have a clear plan. And I know this manager can do it because I watched him do it all season long last season. And in regards to when you asked me, is he working with what he's got? Again, last season he did the same thing. Yeah. 2 games, he played the first 2 matches and tried to play a certain way. Didn't work out. He was like, all right, let me scrap this. You adapted and then went and got results. Now you've added more to it. All you should have done, in my opinion, was kept that style and then added more quality to then get that style. But we're hearing talks of, Mason Mount going to play right wing. So you telling me when we signed Mason Mount in the summer, the idea was to play him on the right wing?
Welcome to Chelsea.
No, it wasn't. But now, because now, and this comes back to having a clear plan. Now Anthony's not available inside. All right, maybe Mason Mount on the right wing, like playing a diamond and things of this nature. So no, I'm not Ten Hag out yet, because, like you said, it's only 5 Premier League games in. But what I'm seeing is concerning, and he has to win. It's technically today now in the UK. He has to win against Burnley today. Has to win. Like losing away at Bayern and away at Arsenal is one thing, but you have to win today. Yeah, go on, Tazo.
To add on top of that, right? 2 things. The most concerning thing, honestly, out of all of this is he switched the system when Anthony went out, and it looked a lot different. That the most worrying thing about that is that's kind of telling that his whole system revolves around Anthony. Yeah, so he went and build a team around that scrub. So that's major red flags. And secondly, people have said, the discourse I've seen online now, plenty of discourses go on with United fans. So, this is just the latest one, that the reason we aren't seeing a plan is because a lot of players are injured, right? Casemiro and Eriksen can't do the high pressing thing because they just don't have the legs. Well, why are you picking them then? If they're that detrimental to your plan, you're the one picking them, right? So who's to blame in that situation? It's you. I get it, right? You can't put Hannibal Mabry out there. You can't put these other guys out there. But that's the closest guy in our team we have to Mount, who's your marquee signing this summer, right? Because that's who he brought in to try and, quote-unquote, fix the midfield. Whether it's a right decision or not, that was his intention. So the closest thing you have to that is Mabry, who's just going to run around, give you a bunch of off-the-ball work, track runners, all of that. And you're not playing him. That's on you. Well, it's not that you don't rate him or whatsoever, because you clearly bought him on against Brighton and he scored. Do that then. Go to the youth if you need to. Do whatever you have to do to get results. Because we seen you do it before. You went to Garnacho, leaned on him a lot last season.
And
You
it
leaned on
worked.
him a lot last, and it worked.
That's a crazy part.
In the biggest game, in our biggest game last season, Manchester City at home, right? Remember how big that was for a momentum thing?
Yeah.
City
Well,
at
that
home,
game gassed me.
Garnacho came on.
Yeah.
He changed the entire game, and lo and behold, gave the assist to Rashford for us to win the game. The FA Cup final, he brought him on, changed the game completely. We almost tied it at the end, you know. So that's just what it is. So like, it's not that you're like this comment allergic to youth. No, he's not. He used it before. He even brought on Kobe Mainu. He even did it in preseason, and that was his intention. I really think, and reports say that he wanted to start out the season with Mainu in midfield, but poor guy got injured. You know, I'm not gonna blame him on that. But we've seen you do it before, so you're just not following your patterns. That's the issue.
Yeah, and that's my biggest thing is all the issues you're having this season. I watched you deal with them 12 months ago. The exact same issues he has now, because people say all players are injured. At points, Varane was injured. People were quick to run jokes about Casemiro being suspended. We didn't look as good without a Casemiro and without a Varane, but we still was performing to a certain level. We were still resilient. Yes, players were performing to a better things. Yeah, we're a functioning team. There's no reason Manchester United, whether you think how good the players are or not, we have enough talent to be functional. If I can watch Everton, who could potentially get relegated and go to the Championship, I watch them. They're a functional outfit. They just lack quality. So I'm asking just be functional. And then with your Rashfords, with a Højlund, and you have Bruno, and you have Casemiro and Martinez, etc. You have enough talent to win games. We finished third with it and won a trophy last season. These same players who most Manchester United fans would say, yeah, they're not really good and we do need to improve. Actually, I can't say most because people are talking about title charges in the summer. But like I say, I don't know if drugs are cheap where these people are, but we move. Like when people are talking, why can't we challenge? We're going to finish top 2. Sure.
Oh, that's what people are saying about my team too.
Yeah, people said that about you, and like I said, drugs may be cheap where they're at. Because
but that's the thing. Like
I said, you don't score enough. You don't create enough and don't score enough. But hey,
at least you saw that. But like, it's just like people see the price tag and how much we spent, and then I look at how young our team is. How can you expect this team to challenge or like? And what makes it worse is that Poch is coming out and saying like the minimum was we got to challenge we got to make top 4, we got to win trophies. I'm like, Poch, like I get you're trying to talk with chess, you're trying to like instill confidence in this team, and you want to bring the Chelsea standards back up, but shut the fuck up, bro. You have a young ass team and you're not getting the results right now. Like, please, like. So like this leads me to the next question I wanted to ask you, and I'll probably even ask myself this: like, if results don't start going your way, do you sack the manager? Because if you ask me, like, it has to get really, really bad. Like, it has to get as bad as Potter, like to the point where like I don't think Poch is a bad manager. I think he can get results. He has to be able to get results. There's no way he doesn't get results. I saw him play good football. So like there has to be results at some point. So okay, no, you know what? I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Flawless, that's you, bro.
Oh shit, yeah, I gotta stop that. I thought what am I drinking? I had to check my cup. I swear down. I thought my eyes was mistaking me. I'm not gonna lie. I looked in the cup.
I thought we changed to Man United theme.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? I was like, this is heavier than I thought. I almost checked the bottle, like, yo, what percent is this? Like, it is. Hey, Daniel, it's real wild. One, man.
Hey, yo,
big up. Yeah, let's go. Fuck yeah.
Can't thank you. Yo, can we run the claps? Can we run the claps again, please, Marshall? One more time.
Let's go.
Can we run the claps
I got
again,
horns
please?
too.
Yeah.
Let's go. AK.
Hey, Daniel, big up, because you've been supporting, even though you're new here. Obviously, you're Doncaster Rovers, so you hate Leeds like I do. So I told you it was a real one from the start. But big up for this much generous super chat. Much appreciated, Daniel, man. Says, for reaching the 8K goal, congrats. Pre-pause. Only just grabbed the banana and it was soggy. I hate that. Anyway, big up Flawless and the panel.
Hey,
good party.
Nice.
Hey, pre-pause. Feeling a great buzz off this spice rum. Up the Donny, his first place Gillingham today. I hope you not win. 100%. Manchester United to win today 2-1. Let's hope so, Daniel. But again, much appreciated for the super chat. I can't, definitely the biggest super chat we've ever had on the channel. So again,
Big
much
up.
appreciated, Daniel. Hey, everybody in the chat, salute Daniel. Actually, everyone say big ups to Daniel. I see you lot who have already done it, but I need everyone in the chat to do so as well. So Daniel, much appreciated. And that being said, there's over 100 of you lot in here, and we're only at 67 likes. Let's get up to 100 likes, people. Like check
Let's go.
1212. Let's get up to 100 likes and hit that subscribe button as well. But yeah, go on, Marshall, carry on. But Daniel, I'm gonna leave
So
the super chat up. Go on.
Basically, I was saying, like, unless results get really bad where we aren't getting any wins at all, which I don't see happening. I see like Poch is a good enough manager to get some wins. Even though this is our easiest run of games all season, we should have gotten some wins. I don't think that's not gonna. I don't think like once Nkuku comes, which is ridiculous to say, one player comes to this team in January and then we're gonna start getting results. You would think a manager's good enough to get results without just one player. But assuming he comes back in January, I think we're gonna start getting results. Do you get to a point where you sack him this year or this season? Because the way I see it, and then I'll let you go. Sorry.
It's cool. That's all good. I thought you was done. Carry on.
The way I see it is that how many times do we got to keep sacking a manager just to get the same exact bullshit on this team? Like, I just don't think like this is a solution at this point. Like, I don't know what we have to do to get a result out of this, and sacking the manager doesn't seem to be the one anymore.
There's a point where I get what you're saying, where sacking the manager necessarily is not the right thing because of the next guy and the structure, etc. But it becomes a point where a manager, you can't just keep getting beat. Like that was the conversation. Shout out to Matisse we was having on Battle of the North, me and Hassam, and he was talking about style and how it's so important to implement a style. And if the manager had implemented, if Ten Hag had implemented his style last season, it'd be so much better for the players this season. And I'm like, style and philosophy is all well and good. You are a manager of Manchester United Football Club. If you do not get results, you will be sacked. This is not Brighton. You can't go and win 2 games in 16. Even if your style is fire, because you know who was excellent at implementing their style at our football club? Louis van Gaal. And we sacked him after he won a trophy. He got sacked FA Cup final. Fans walking out of Wembley singing Jose Mourinho's name after he just won us the FA Cup because the football wasn't yielding the results, even though he fully implemented his style, without doubt. But you can't just continue to get beat and lose games. And if Ten Hag continues like this, it becomes a point where he is going to get sacked. If he carries on like this and doesn't switch it up, he won't make it till Christmas. And I will have to turn Ten Hag out because we're not one of the worst teams in the league. So therefore, we can't just be getting packed week in, week out. And it's like, oh, he's just trying to find his style and find his way. Like, we're not. You can't do that. Again, this ain't Brighton. You can't lose you can't lose 3-2 at home to AKA Athens. You can't lose 3-1 at home to West Ham. You can't get packed 5-1 by a Sean Dyche Everton. And that is cool. And no one talks about it. Like I said, Onana dropped his keys and it was a new story. Onana dropping his keys got more coverage than them losing to AKA Athens 3-2. That shows the magnitude of the difference of talking about when you're at Manchester United Football Club.
I literally checked this online, cool. So we've got 6 total English teams that are in Europe. So Arsenal and City win. So United lost 4-3, Villa lost 3-2, Brighton lost 3-2, Newcastle drew 0-0. Apparently, some people have a go at Premier League. Apparently,
but it's not that because obviously I didn't watch the Europa League games, but Newcastle, that's a good result for them. Arsenal and City won, United lost. So from a Champions League perspective, the Premier League did well. If you would have said to a Newcastle fan, you're going to go over there and draw.
Oh yeah, West Ham lost as well. Yes. I think. Yeah, West Ham lost as well.
What in the conference? What in the Europa League as well?
No, West Ham won. They won 2. I think they won 2-1. I think or 3-1.
So it's kind of
Liverpool won. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Liverpool won
as well. So yeah, it's kind of like in regards to the Prem. But hey, Daniel, again, I just gotta say big up for the super chat, man. Much appreciated. And big up to everyone saying congrats as well. I've not managed to get to them all, but I did put them up on the screen as well. And yeah, Daniel, I hope you're enjoying did you say Spice Rum? Yeah, man, I hope you are. Warrior J says, Flawless, what's the funniest moment you've had with the panel? Oh, there's been so many.
That's a tough question.
There's been so many. There has been.
One of them must be. Let me guess. One of them must be Marseille away.
Oh yeah. Jez's rant, Marseille away was there. That was classic at halftime. Like Jez just going off about Spurs. Another one was Ryan when he got booed during the Euros. It's that's my personal favorite. Like that's the funniest moment.
Ryan
So
got
for those
booed.
that don't know, the panel was stacked. I can't remember. It was Italy versus someone in the Euros, and I was on the panel, and then the panel was stacked. There must have been like 8-9 people as well. Dan Sillyman was one of them. Jan was on there. Tox was on there. I think Lewis was on there, and like Ryan clicked in. And obviously, you don't know how I treat Ryan. That's little bro. So I was treating him like shit, sibling rivalry. But like I didn't, and I was big up to Ryan. And then I clicked him in. And then the panel just booed him. You know what I'm saying? You hear Jan City go, oh God, and everyone just goes, boo. And then like that's the moment that to me, that is death. There's been others, but that moment like sticks out. It is. But I'm sure there's probably in the chat, you lot will remember certain shit, but there's times I've been in tears and I'm like, yo, this shit.
Let's have it right.
When you guys had Minerals on,
Fucking Minerals, bro.
and he had his the greatest Chelsea lineup of all time, and he put Mason Mount in that midfield. Oh my God. I lost my head that day. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
Like,
Peter couldn't believe it, though. He was out there looking in shock. He was saying that shit.
Yeah,
You couldn't believe it.
Yeah, man said that. Yeah, it was Italy versus Spain, King Kelvin. So for those that don't know that, yeah, that was me. Yeah, Harris when the Sixers lost as well, because I think it was 2021. I did a funniest moments compilation. So it's that. Yeah, you was there when that happened as well. So yeah, that's probably.
I can't like the funniest one probably Christmas game when Westbrook went 4 out of 20.
The hilarious part is when it wasn't the players, the Lakers played somebody, and they got to I think it was the Suns, and they got to the point where Timo was saying, "Stop shooting, man." I was like, "What do you mean? That's the point
Stop shooting, man! Fucking hell, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That's another one as well.
That's the point of the sport, right?
That's another one.
We were in the mud at that time. Oh my God.
That's enough. So yeah, in regards to funniest moments, Warrior Jakes. Yeah, there's been so many. Let me see. Yeah, of course, Warrior Jake. You said flawless. You don't mind if I put a timestamp on the Manchester United game. Watch it. Do your thing, man, because I need to sort it out on OBS and figure out how to put a timer on the actual watch alongs. I will indeed figure it out. To Doggerun66, not sure if you're still in the chat, but you said flawless. Any advice on how to start a football YouTube channel? Yeah, like in regards to it, I would say one, have a clear plan. 110% have a clear plan in regards to what you want to do. To understand you have to be consistent, and it's a lot of work. And when I say it's a lot of work, like from a mental standpoint, like people think, I know a lot of people, well, some people might not know, and Marshall will know this because he runs his own channel. Like you click go live, you talk your shit for an hour and a half, 2 hours, however long the stream is, end streaming and it stops. Like this is 24/7. Like creating thumbnails. Like the amount of time, see, Marshall's working while the amount of time people I spend creating thumbnails is out every day. You know what I'm saying? Literally 24/7 people. Like this is a 24/7 job. So understand the work you're getting to. Is it the toughest? No, of course it's enjoyable. It's great. I get to work with great content creators day in, day out. It's absolutely fantastic. But understand how mentally taxing it is. And there'll be times you get fatigued and you don't want to do the shit. There's many a time, and I'm sure Marshall has been there, where you don't want to click go live. And it ain't even necessarily your team not playing well. You're just tired. You know what I'm saying? And you get out what you put in. Because you lot who follow me know not only do I do live streams here, but I'm on other channels, whether it's Rants, whether it's Saeed, whether it's Matisse, whether it's Lee Gunner, the list goes on.
Yeah, you work hard as hell.
I'm doing 5-6 live streams a day. And the reason why I do that, because it's like I'm very blessed to be given those type of opportunities. Even when Marshall shouts me like, yo, come on casually. I'm blessed to do that. So just know, one, have a clear plan. Two, understand you have to be consistent on the work rate you put in. And three, don't worry about like views. Because instantly people worry about whether it's live streams or whether it's uploads or what are the numbers, what are the views. Forget about it. Because I remember doing shows on here and there was 2 people in the chat watching. Not even in the chat, there was 2 people watching, legit. Don't worry about that. Now there's over 100 here. Like, don't watch that. Like I always say, it build it and the people will gravitate towards you. And another thing people make a mistakes of is starting a YouTube channel and like, all right, let me just go get big guests. Don't do that. You need to be the star of your own show. Yes, you can co-star in other shows. Cool. I always liken this to anyone who knows, like follows Marvel, like Avengers. Yes, the Avengers will all click up and they'll cross over and go in other films or other series, but you need to be the star of your own thing. So whatever your channel's called, you need to be the star because people need to gravitate towards you. If you just go and get big guests on, then when the big guests are not there, people are not going to watch. So there's no use, there's no benefit to that. Like I say, build it, and the people, when you can get big guests on, cool, get big guests on. Okay, like I'm not saying don't reach out, but that shouldn't be your first or second mindset is, oh, I need to go get whoever. I need to go get Rance. I need to go get Saeed. I need to go get Carefree Lewis. I need to go get Matisse. I need to go get Troops. I need to go get Legal. No, that should not be it. Like I say, gravitate, and the people, build it, and the right people will gravitate towards you. And the crazy part is, in this space, the biggest content creators will reach out to you. Every single content creator who I work with, who is a bigger brand than me, and salute to them all, because I'm so grateful for what they've done for me and put me on. They reached out to me. You know why? Because people see you working. There's no way to hide in this. In the content creator space, there's no way to hide. You've either gone live or you've not. Marshall does exceptional work. I see Casually FC live all of the time. He puts in crazy work. Crazy work. No one can ever doubt his work rate or his content or the quality of it. But he's working. And then other content creators will see that and go, not only is he good, he works hard. Let me bring him on. Because they know you're going to add to it. Because a lot of people get in this. And that's why you see a lot of channels come and go and disappear, in particular during lockdown, because people think it's going to be quick and I'm just going to get a channel, it's football, it's easy, and I'm just gonna blow up in a week or two. Nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. So yeah, Dogrun, if you got anything else to ask in regards to that, that's the best advice I can give you in regard. I don't know if you want to add anything, Marshall.
No, honestly, I think you just pretty much nailed everything on the head. It's like I don't think you said anything I wouldn't have said. I mean, like you obviously got a bigger channel than me, so you know a lot more. But like pretty much that's the same thing I'm doing. You got to be patient. Don't get discouraged by the numbers. Like YouTube is very up and down, I've noticed. So like you just got to do. And you know, I enjoy what I do. I'm fortunate to have like the connections I have and the panel I have, so it makes the show more fun. But like at the end of the day, it's like about you. You got to make it about you and not the guests. You know, like and like, you know, the big names, I should say, not even the guests, but like. Exactly, you nailed it on the head. It's just you put in the hours and you get what you put in. You know, it's nothing else I can add to it.
Legit that, and also as well, not only will the correct fans and supporters like gravitate towards you, the right content creators will gravitate towards you. Sarcasm City TV wouldn't be what it is without a Jez, without a Murtaza, without a Timo, without a Surfer, without the people who don't have channels also, because they've added to it. Without a TJ, even though TJ's just added, without a TJ, without a Eddie, without a Dan Sillyman, all the people you see, I even give Ryan his credit as much as I get onto him, without a Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Without a Ahmed, without like the list goes on. Everybody you see here on a regular basis adds to it. Because even if like there'll be times I say this, like it comes back to the tiredness where I'm just like, I don't even want to click go live on this Sarcasm City. And I've had a ball. Had an absolute ball because the energy of everyone, because they've gravitated towards the channel for a reason. A Jez, a Taz, or a Timo, I use those three because they're here. They've added to it. You know what I'm saying? They've like, all right, I like what's going on here. Let me get on. And that's another thing. And each one of these three on here do as much for this channel as I do. They may not do it as often because they're not here every day, but the point I'm making is they'll show up and add to the content. Like when it comes back to Marvel, if Jez, Timo, or Tazo started their own channel, they have an audience already. That's why you see it, and I love to see that. The fact that Alam started his own channel, I'm over the moon about, because that's a branch of the Sarcasm City TV tree, and he's doing great things. And you don't see him all the time, but great content creator, and he's added to the channel as well. The Bridge 258, look at Ahmed. Man is blown up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look at what I love to see that. And I thoroughly encourage. That's why the links are in the description. TJ, like I said, even though he's just joined permanently, he's been here for a number of weeks. Look at what he's doing on his channel. And the list goes on and on. So like, don't worry about getting help, because the right help will gravitate towards you. And like I said, the right content creators will gravitate towards you, because everyone who's here was a fan of the channel first. And then they go on. So that's what I look at. Like, you don't have to, even though you need to be the star, you don't have to be the only star. So I love the fact, like, when Alam and Ahmed, I used those two as examples, started their own channels. I was like, love that. Surfer, I know, spoken about it. And he needs to do it, actually. I'm saying if he was here, I'd tell him because he will fully, like, blow up 110. So, yeah, that's what I'd say. But if there's any other questions for anyone who's looking at starting their own channel, feel free to answer any questions. And like I say, I'm just blessed to get bring-ins from the people I have. I say it all the time. I wish he was here about Lewis. I'm saying Lewis was the first non-Manchester United content creator to co-sign me. And he was the first Chelsea fan here. That's why you see so many Chelsea fans on here. That's why you see so many Chelsea fans in the channel. Because he was the first one to say, yeah, he was like, yeah, Sarcasm City TV's yeah. This is a good place to be. And that's why I credit him for that. And then everybody else. Of course, Aaron's the first. He's the original. He reached out to me. Every time I see him or I chat to him, I'm like, love for what you did for me. Because he brought me in. If he don't, when I was on radio, if he don't make that call and say, yo, come radio, I want to come on the radio show, and then brought me on his channel, everything don't happen the way it's happened. So yeah, that's what I'd say to that. I'm saying, and just, yeah, don't worry about trying to blow up tomorrow or a week. It could take you a year. You know what I'm saying? It could take you 2 years. Just understand what it is and be yourself. That's another thing. Be yourself. Don't be out here trying to be somebody else. So don't see
That's big. I forgot about that. That's big.
Seeing expressions. Yeah, or a Lewis.
No matter how much controversial you are, be yourself.
Yeah, be you. That's what it is. Because no one can be you better than you. So don't see something working for a Troops or a Rants or expressions or a Lewis and go, I'm going to go and try and be them. Now, take from them, yes. You know what I'm saying, in regards to what they do well, and say, I've done that. There's countless things from Lewis that I've seen. Even the banner at the bottom, that was from Lewis that I got that. You know what I'm saying? Was like, oh, that's a fire idea. And I've credited him with that. But be yourself. If you are a very emotional fan and very reactionary, be emotional and reactionary. If you're a very confrontational fan, be that. If you're more laid back and more logical like I am, be that. This is me on and off the channel. You talk to anyone, talk to a Cam, for example, he knows me personally. I'm like this off the channel. And same way, everyone who I've met, so for a Troops, for example, Troops you see on camera is Troops you see off camera. That's him 110%. The Lewis you see on camera is the Lewis you see off camera. And everybody I've met, Lee Gunners to say, everybody's like that. So I see a lot of people trying to be others. And it's like, no, take from others and realize what works for them, but don't try and be them. Like, kind of like a rapper. Like, you can hear a rapper's flow. You don't just go and bite his flow and be like, make that, oh, what's good about that flow? All right, let me try and incorporate it and put my own sauce on that flow, for example. So yeah, that's what I'd say to that. But yeah, man, and enjoy it as well, because it is fun. Like, enjoy it. Like, that's what I would say. And F the haters as well. Ignore them. Pay haters, no mind. You know what I'm saying? The amount of people I got on mute on Twitter, don't use the mute button. You know what I'm saying? I've got my mute list is long. I'm saying that mute list is long. I ain't got no time for that. Too many people give me too many plaudits and genuinely fuck with me for me to worry about people who don't like me. That's what I'd say to that as well. And so yeah, man, and you'll grow. But yeah, Daniel, I'm glad you enjoyed the channel, man. That's what it is. For any other questions, like you lot said, feel free to get any questions. A big up Sheik as well for the super chat. It says 8K. Much appreciated, Sheik, every single time. Flawless, brother, your inspiration for how hard you work. Here's a little something from me as a gift. Buy a bottle. Much appreciated. We might need it for the next few months. Facts, as United fans. But on the real road to 10K, we'll be here supporting as always. Hey, large up, Sheik. And this is a prime example of what I'm talking about, people. The correct people gravitating towards you. Sheik, Daniel, who have dropped the last 2 super chats, I knew. But they just fucks with what's going on. And that's what it is. Don't want people, too many people concentrate on who don't like them and cater into an audience that don't like them. Like, I've had people say to me, oh, you should go live and at more regular times. No, I do nights for a reason. Not only does it help with night owls in the UK if you're in this time zone, international. Because this suits others. In particular, the US, which ironically is our second biggest watchers, is from the United States. And we have ample United States panelists on here as well. Whether it's Taza, whether it's Marshall, whether it's Eddie, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's Peter, whoever else.
America.
So, yeah, that's what I'd say. So, salute.
United States of America.
Right. Yeah, man, salute to everyone.
Or Germans, you know.
A big
like
up as well. All Germans got there.
For sure. Hey. What do you mean? What else?
I don't know with you for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I don't know.
See, this is the fucked up part. Like, my reputation on these streams are actually in the mud now. Like,
Yeah,
people actually believe that.
It's all because of you, by the way.
it is all because of
It's just what people say about me. This the thing. Like,
yeah, sure.
I'm a misunderstood genius. This is the issue.
Yeah, and that's it. And
Genius.
I big up
so
to
you're like
King
Kanye, right? Heil Hitler, all that.
this guy.
Yo.
Hey, to be honest, like Kanye is one of my goats, so maybe.
Yeah, a guy from Chicago, and he's one of my goats. But King Calvin says, "Yeah, I found this channel because of Lewis." Prime example of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying, and that's what it is. Play your role as well, people. Like people like too much ego. Like understand, you're not going to be the biggest brand in the room. I've been on shows where there's 7 people. There's been 7 people, and guess what? I'm the 7th biggest brand on the channel. So be it. I'd rather be the 7th biggest brand on such a great show than the 1st biggest brand on a show that's not that. Like, that's another thing. Be respectful when you go elsewhere. When people like whether it's a channel that's the same level as yours, bigger or lower, it doesn't matter. Like that's why you always hear me say, whatever channel I'm on, people, thank you for bringing me on, much appreciated. Because I don't care if it's got 1 subscriber or 1 million. The fact that they reached out to me, I appreciate that. Because they don't have to give me their platform, like entitlement. So, like, that's another thing as well. It's like, play your role. Like, go back and check Red Talks, people. I'm the smallest brand on there. You have Arantz, you have Saeed, you have Aaron, you have Statman Baines, you have Culture Camps. That's 5 off the top of my head when we've done them Red Talks. I'm the small, clearly. I'm saying, I'm not there trying to, like, nah. I'm saying, I'm gonna do what I do, and it's gonna help. And that's just legit what it is. I'm gonna add to the show, I'm gonna be an asset. That's what I'm saying. Wherever you go, be an asset, don't be a problem. I'm saying, because people don't like that in regards to ego. Yes, be confident. But understand when you're giving, take that opportunity with 2 arms. Because people will reach out to you. That's one thing I will say in this space. People will reach out to the bigger content creators, will reach out to you. Without doubt.
Hey, can you pull up Joel's like second last time?
What did he say?
1:35 a.m. UK time.
If it's crazy, I'm not saying.
No, it's not.
No, it's not even crazy.
I'm big up Cameron. That's the prime example of what I'm talking about. Yeah, legit. Definitely nice to get content over here in Canada later in the evening. Big up to Cameron every single time. Good to see you in the chat, and I modded you as well, my guy. So I hope you're blessed and everything. I really don't. And yeah, man, Sheik, that's what I'm here for, man. This is a place for Manchester United fans to all cry together, man. You know what I'm saying? That's legit it. He says, Flawless, you just help me cope with Man United, really. Helps me cope as well. To
be fair, though, I kind of feel it, though, because, like, I kind of last season, it was dark days. It was dark days last season, like, a lot of dark days. So, my frustrations, I had to vent it somewhere in this. So,
from
Sean is quick. Oh yeah, but under Nuno, I wasn't on the channel like that. It was more under Jose.
Yeah, Jose. Yeah. And we've legit on this channel seen every fan base go through it. So whether it's Manchester United, whether it's Liverpool, whether it's Chelsea, whether it's Arsenal, whether it's Spurs, you've seen every fan base go through it at some point. You've seen every panelist go through it, like 100% and 10%. Big up to Malcolm as well. And before you continue as well, big up to I forgot his name. Someone let me know in the chat. The guy who gifted 5 subs. Someone gifted 5 subscriptions. Big up to you. Everyone, make sure you thank him, whoever he gifted the 5 actual subs to. So much appreciated. I'm saying he just became a member as well. Let me try and find it. Sorry, before you go, Jets. Let me just get to it. Where is it? Yeah, that's it. Not only did he become a member himself, but he also gifted. Hey, Solomon, man, much appreciated, man. Thank you.
I didn't know you can do that on YouTube.
Hey, more Chelsea fans. Let's go.
Yeah, much appreciated. This is fine. But yeah, go on, Jess. Say what you're saying.
Nah, I remember actually, yeah, I was here under Nuno because I remember the chat during that time was going crazy at me for saying I wanted Nuno out after 3 wins when we went top of the table. I said Nuno
3-0, by the way. I remember that game. You lost the
it was before that. It was before that. I said it was literally 3 games in the international break. I said Nuno out, and the chat was going crazy at me for saying that.
What game was that? Was it Sheffield United at home?
No. Like we beat City 1-0.
Yeah, they won their first 3 games.
Yeah, and they got first 3 games, we were top of the table. I think we didn't even concede our goal during the period as well. I was shouting Nuno out, and the chat was going crazy at me. So I was looking
at you funny as well, but you were spot on. I was
just saying to everyone that's still in the chat, who was around them times, I want my flowers. I know it's been a while, but I want my flowers. I want my flowers.
Yeah, holding on to that energy. God damn.
Nah, I get it. You know why? Because everybody, including myself, was looking at man funny in it. I was looking at Jet when he said they had won 3 games in a row, top of the league, hadn't
No
conceded
goals
a goal,
conceded.
and he was manager of the month. And Jez was like, "Yo, this is not sustainable." Because I hadn't watched Spurs outside of the City game, I was like, "Huh?" And lo and behold, Jez was
Bro, we
110%
get slapped
spot
up,
on.
but we was the whole of London in the wrong way from like we getting slapped up everywhere. Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Chelsea, bro, everywhere we were
Bro,
in
you
London,
get
like
clapped up by us like 4 times in the season, man.
bro, I knew. And then I'll be honest, like when Ronaldo scored that goal, I stood in my house, bro, because I knew Duda was gonna leave. Like it was bad. It was bad. And then long and behold, Conte came in and we lost to Ennis Moore. Like
Jez, were you Jose out?
no, actually, funny enough, I was never Jose out. Like I was
My
like,
man,
if Jose,
respect.
if Jose was
Respect,
going to leave,
respect.
like,
Unlike
if
someone, just respect that.
like this the
Oh
thing
my
that
God. You man carry on 1 sec. I'll be back in
Yeah.
a sec. Carry on.
Respect that.
the thing with me
I
during
like
that
that.
period, like my period was like if Jose were to leave, I was like, okay, fair enough. Like I get it when he leaves, but I'll be honest, I was against the decision to sack him 6 days before a final. Like for me,
That was so dumb.
like
That
for
was
me,
so dumb.
it was like either you suck him straight away after Zagreb or just give him at least after the final, at least because I don't know. It was just weird. It was just weird.
I
There was no
mean,
need, and
the
you knew
football
if,
wasn't nice, but you guys
See,
are getting results.
see, in that period, we weren't getting results. In my opinion, we weren't getting results with the football we were
Some
playing.
results, not like
Some
Chelsea
results,
now.
yeah. See, the funny part about it is we could have still made top 4 in that period as well. So it wasn't actually
Yeah.
doom and gloom. But the issue is, you know what it is with Jose. Like
one
once,
game, Jess.
but you know what it is with Jose though. Like once the team falls off with Jose, no going back with it. And I think that was the issue. We don't back managers like Chelsea, Man United, Man City do in the same way. So it's like, I knew it was the end of the road. But for me, it's like, okay, let him play at least the final. Like you had Ryan Mason in the final, and remember that start on when they showed Ryan Mason's games.
I said Ryan
all
Mason
games?
twice. Jesus.
Bro, it's my. I mean, you had Lampard twice to be fair, but
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I can't talk.
yeah, it's like Lampard twice to be fair. Like, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, like,
True. Yeah, we got Lampard twice.
so it's like for me, it's like I was never Jose out, but in the same time, I understood why people were so angry against him, and I don't really have any problem against these people.
mean,
It's just
He should have waited at least.
I get it. Like it wasn't like you guys were playing good football, but at the same time, like beggars can't be choosers. You guys weren't winning shit. Like, you know, and
you
then
see, the original. I think when we originally appointed, I kind of heard that, but at the end, I can understand why people were angry. It's kind of because you had a manager who clearly was refusing to kind of maybe work it out with the manager, and of course, it's Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho made it in his career because of the way he is, so I can't really blame him. But it's also just a culture thing with us in our club. Like it's not a thing where like people we don't come from like a Man United or Chelsea where like we are some fallen giants. I mean, at the moment Chelsea's fallen giants, but you get what I'm saying. So it's not like we are used to this having a manager who's like, yo, it's toxic all around. So like it's I think Jose and Conte, especially both of them, just never fit the culture to the club. That's why I feel like right now with Ange Postecoglou, and I expect him to have a fall off this season because I don't think our squad is that good. But I feel like Ange, for example, fits more of what the club stands for.
That guy's working miracles. I'm just saying that guy's working miracles. I mean, not even miracles, but like he's doing something with that team, and it's working. Like I'm very impressed with what he's done, and he was one of the managers linked with us. Which, of course, like if people don't know the name, they're not going to rate him. So, like, I think going to Spurs was probably a good move for him. Maybe he doesn't get the best backing, but like, I mean, it's been working out for you guys.
This is the thing, like, and obviously it's only 5 games. Like I said even before, we could beat Arsenal on Sunday. I'm still not gonna say, he's the guy now to bring us to glory. No, because it's 6 games then. Because I don't know what the future beholds. Because next thing we know, Levy could hold him, and he's not gonna give him any money no more. And then we go back to square one. But it's just I feel like it's always about the fit of a manager. Like I think a manager always represents like the club's culture. That's why I feel like a lot of people didn't get used to Potter. I think that's why a lot of people don't lean to Poch right now because Poch Poch and Potter don't come from a background like Chelsea fans are used to under Abramovich. That's why I think it's all new. That's why I think it's also another reason why Chelsea fans are so quick to write off managers.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think part of it too is like
Everyone that top world class managers. That's why standard is high.
I know, but that's the thing. I think the problem is because the standard is so high. I think the pressure does get to managers, and the pressure does get to players. Like I was saying before, like I have a toxic fan base at Chelsea. Like I can't think of another club outside of Real Madrid, maybe PSG, that like
Bayern Munich
at the end of the. But I'm saying, like at the end of the game, you hear them boo players and shit. Like, look at Cucurella.
Oh, okay.
The fan base hate Cucurella. Like, goddamn, like what did this guy do? Like, this guy smash your girl. Like, goddamn, like they hate him so much, and he's like not even been that bad. I know he's made mistakes lead to goals, but he's not like.
I can't like when it comes to that. Your fan base for me is number one. I never seen it to that level. Like some guys that I don't even think deserve it as much, they're still getting booed, which is kind of crazy. I get it. You guys are
it's demoralizing. It's demoralizing as fuck.
It doesn't make it better. Like I never believed in. I never believed in booing a player unless I'm running my agendas. But that's for another day. But outside from that, I don't believe in booing a player in general.
I was smart. I'm gonna drink this guy a dickhead, you know. I said I don't believe in viewing a player unless I'm running agendas. Prime, what you saying, family? You good, yeah? You blessed, Prime. Is he there? Yo, Prime. He's not there, but we move. Go on,
hello, everyone.
There he is. Yes, Prime. You saying you good?
You got Prime.
Everyone.
And big up to Dan. You said, ask me this. How's the drink going down, Flawless? Very nice, man. This shit slaps, man. I'm telling you. This shit, it tastes like juice, so it slaps 100%. I'm a lightweight as it is. Don't worry, I've started the best questions. Continue to bump up the likes, right? 99 likes, people. Get to 100
one more.
likes.
Let's get to 100.
Let's get to 100 likes. And of course, members as well. If you do, obviously, as part of the membership, your comment, your question takes priority like a super chat, so I get to it. Don't worry about that. Any other non-members questions I get to, and anything like we've had in regards to comedians or how do I start a YouTube channel or anything like that, we'll get to as well. Time to Shine says, I just seen an old Ronaldo comp at Manchester United. 1 second, this thing moving hella slow. Well, big up to you, Time to Shine. What's your best Ronaldo moment? Jesus, there's been so many. Because he was like him, like at that point, it's like Ronaldo's the last time where I was like, yo, we legit have the best player on the planet. That's a different level of confidence. Like we was going into games and I'm like, even if we're losing, like Ronaldo gonna do something.
Back in 08, he was so electric.
Yeah, like I remember one time he scored a free kick against Portsmouth and we ended up winning. I think we won the game.
Was that the knuckleball?
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking about.
Yeah. And I turned to my cousin and I was just like, this guy's not real. It's ridiculous. Like just him. The goal against Arsenal, the counter-attacking goal.
Champions League goal.
Yeah.
The
That one.
That's my favorite.
The free kick's fire, but I prefer the counter
free
attack.
kick is fire.
Yeah, with the Rooney. Yeah.
The counter attack. The goal he scored against Porto from like 40 yards, and we didn't even play well in the first leg. We drew 2-2 in the first leg, and then we won 1-0 away. Was that Porto? It was either Porto or Sporting Lisbon, one of the Portuguese side. Yeah. I knew it was one of the and he just clapped it in from 40 yards. So. Yeah, so many with Cristiano Ronaldo. As much as I criticized him first stint, he was him.
Hey, actually, for me, I would say it was the best. It was the best moment for me. It was the first game I watched, and the reason I became a United fan.
How many goals he scored
in Russia?
Almost became a United fan watching Ronaldo.
Chelsea 2009 Champions League final against.
Before you carry on, yo, Eddie, love. I know you got a bounce. Before you man go. Wait, before you man go. Hey, Eddie, love, man. Much appreciated, man. Big up to my guy, Eddie, every single time. Yeah, go on. Say what you're saying, Tazo.
I was just saying, the first game I ever watched, the reason I became a United fan, my earliest football memory, 2009 Champions League final against Chelsea, flying in, scored the header.
9 was Barcelona.
It was in 2000. It was 2008. That's right. Hey, also Tevez, bro, he could have scored an all-timer. Remember that Tevez miss?
Which one? No, I remember.
On the counter, bro.
I'd have to watch the game back. Go on, carry on.
Bro, we could have just won that. No, that same game. The Tevez missed that same game.
Oh, I
Evans
remember.
was a monster back then too
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Man
yeah,
United. Woo.
Yeah, he was.
That was scoring goals for fun.
Absolutely. But yeah, time to shine. So many moments because I legit, like I said, at any point I'm like, oh, he gonna kick into gear. Like when we were drawing 1-1 away at Fulham and he scores. The 4-2 when we won away at Arsenal, like which is one of my favorite just games of all time. Like there's so many different moments where he was
Is that
just
the
him.
tunnel thing?
Yeah. It was the tunnel one. So it's infamous for that. Obviously, Roy Keane, one of my favorite Manchester United players. So you add into that as well. And the war with Arsenal, like it was brilliant. John O'Shea chipping the keeper.
John O'Shea. Woo, woo,
Right.
woo.
How
Like,
can
that's
that
just
Oh,
it.
man. Take me back,
Lauren,
man.
you're a criminal for
Hey,
that.
don't do that, man. John O'Shea, a real one, man. As one of your squad players ever chipped the goalkeeper. You know what I'm saying? On his wrong foot.
Hey, shout out
Best
Ramirez.
ever.
Shout out Ramirez.
Hey,
Yeah,
that
right foot, man.
celebration was so cold. He
Yeah,
just
the celebration was
oh
cold.
man.
Celebration. That team was fire. It was. And yeah, Warrior J, of course, I know I'll get back to this. He says, I'll start putting timestamps on the content flawless time from tomorrow. You're a real one, Warrior J, man. For real. Flawless was United Ronaldo better than Real Madrid Ronaldo? No. He went up another level. Like him here
You
was
think
like
so?
super. Yes.
Yeah,
Him here was
easy.
I don't know,
him
man.
here was like, don't get mistaken, him here was like Super Saiyan. Like when Goku turned Super Saiyan on Namek for any
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z fans. But like when he was at Real Madrid, he was like Super Saiyan 2. Like he went like he
No.
ascended.
He was super saying God. Like this the
Yeah. He was a god.
Bro.
Hey, that's the ultimate thing right there.
Hey,
Come on.
what was it? The Jose season, the counter-attacking season, when they scored 100 goals, won La Liga with the gold trim.
But
Oh my, best Ronaldo
That's what I mean.
ever.
Like
By
I feel like
far.
Ronaldo at Real Madrid was like a goal scoring god, right? Which is
Nah,
awesome.
see,
But I
that's-
feel like
that's
I
cap.
liked Ronaldo at United because he was just more techie as fuck. He was dribble merchant Ronaldo, you know? I could be wrong.
Bro, 2011 season, the 10-11 season, or was it 10-11, 11-12? Bro, that
11-12.
season was the perfect combination of just like speedster, tricks, flair, everything combined with the goals. That was a first season under Jose when he turned him into a god. Like that was
he refined this game to a more mature game, and it's just like it was one of them. So I think at United, he just had more the freedom. Like he was still young when he was at United. Like
Bro, he was like 23.
That's what I'm saying.
He left
That's what I'm
United
saying.
at 24.
Exactly. So like, nah, but
best
this is the thing. Like
player
some
ever,
people,
man.
some people trying to disrespect. Like I don't like. People call me Ronaldo hater just because I love Messi, but I actually respect when I actually go back on Ronaldo's times at Madrid and United. I'm like, yo, low-key, I'm disrespected this guy a bit too much, innit? Maybe because he's old and he's in Saudi and kind of people hate on him too much, but
Bro, he's
Yeah,
the
man,
most
like-
inevitable footballer of all time. Like
That's
legit.
that's the
He's
biggest
the most clutch, most inevitable, best goal scorer ever, best Champions League campaigns ever. Like he's just bro. He's inevitable, legit.
I'm
I
no
know,
disrespect, like no disrespect to Ronaldo. Obviously, I think Messi's a great player. You guys want to know something crazy? And I guess this is expected, right? I'm going to Miami in a month, and I was just curious. I'm trying to go see a Miami FC game, Inter Miami game,
Yeah,
right?
Inter Miami,
I said
yeah.
Miami FC, Jesus Christ, Inter Miami game because I want to see Messi play. I'm like, yo, I get to see Messi play. There's a chance to see Messi play. He's in MLS. You know how much a ticket costs at the very last row, at the very top row, very top level?
$150 or something.
$800, bro.
Jesus Christ.
$800 just for fucking MLS team because Messi plays. It's fucking wild.
Right,
It's
I
fucking
told you, man,
wild.
like they knew what they were doing right there. Like the
Hey.
ticket prices, was, bro. They
If it
It's
was Ronaldo?
crazy.
If it was Ronaldo, it would have been 500. Guarantee it.
Maybe you think so? That's wild. That's a
He's
crazy
the
price
biggest
for
brand in
MLS
the
team.
world. Bro, Ronaldo is the most followed person on social media.
Yeah, I
He's
think
like the most
the
famous
Thomas
person
actually
on
has a
earth.
point. Like Messi's more popular because of like everybody just knows the name, but Ronaldo.
No,
just
Ronaldo's
like,
most popular, legit. Messi's obviously
I mean,
popular
in
among
terms of-
us because like we're football fans, but you ask
I think,
other
yeah,
people,
I think,
like,
yeah, like,
everyone,
I
like
feel like when you put it
Ronaldo's
that
the
way-
biggest brand on the world.
Yeah, when you put it that way, I think I heard it that way. Yeah, and if you put it that
Not
way,
because I show speed.
Nah,
I mean,
bro,
that's
come on.
another reason
I got
too.
it.
Like I can't like he boosted
got
his
it.
people. He boosted to another level. So I can't like
He brought the
shout out to-
American audience to him a lot.
Yeah, I heard it because like shout out to my guy Gideon. He's a Tottenham fan now. Shout out to him. But
Hey, you know Dave Portnoy is a Tottenham fan, Jess?
wait, who? Sorry.
Dave, you know the owner of Barca, Dave Portnoy?
Yeah, I know.
you
I know who that is. Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Tottenham
hilarious.
fan. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know because I see his Twitter and it's hilarious.
He's like healthy debate. Yeah, are we better without Harry? I died, bro. It was so funny.
Hey, fuck it. For my agendas, hey, fuck it. Like, fuck it. Like, agendas.
Oh, you guys, he almost stayed at Spurs. I would have been shocking if he stayed at Spurs. Imagine if he actually stayed at Spurs and worked out with Ange. You guys would be cooking even more right now. I'm pretty sure.
The good thing, but the good thing about it is though, because it came also out today saying that it was the final decision by the manager to let Kane go. So if Postecoglou didn't want to keep him, we wouldn't have not sold him to Bayern, and I believe that. So I can't lie because I think Levy was fine keeping Kane, even if it means he goes to United on a free maybe next year. But the manager has the balls to even let somebody like Kane go, knowing Richarlison is the next striker up. Like, gotta respect it, to be honest. Like, not everybody gets the chance. Nobody gets the chance to work with a top 3, top 2 striker in the world right now.
To be fair, I think it takes a lot of pressure off him as well. Because
Yeah,
now, like, he doesn't have Kane. Like, now, Spurs aren't going to be that good. Like, and now he can just work and do what he's got to do.
Once Kane left, like, I'll be real. Like, a part of me felt like, we're getting relegated. But a part of me felt like this could be a beginning of where, like, because I think Pep Guardiola called us at one time like the Harry Kane team. I feel like
I was gonna say you guys can reconstruct and like form a new like what's the word I'm looking for?
Our actual team. Like I feel like we
form a new identity.
Like, yeah, exactly. Because I feel like the past few years, especially, I think we were so Kane. Like especially like Chelsea was with Eden Hazard at the end, closer to his end, where it was just Hazard or just nobody is bailing us out here. And I feel like a football club should never be relying on one player only. No football club. So sad that he left, but I feel like it can be leading to something different. Like maybe even to the good, maybe to the bad. I don't know though. Like
he's cooking right now. Like I gotta, the one thing I gotta respect is he's bringing back Yves Bissouma. People forgot how much Yves Bissouma cooked.
I've seen people calling him a fraud, a bum. Like
this guy barely got to play under Conte, but this guy was. I wanted him at Chelsea when he was at Brighton.
Bro, everybody wanted him. Outside from City, every club wanted him.
Same.
And then Conte comes out and says he doesn't understand the tactics. It's the same shit when Ten Hag came out and said Zayden Sancho is not training well, but nobody knows. So it's like, you're just knocking somebody's confidence for no reason.
Facts.
Like,
Flawless. Like, how do you feel about his comments recently? Like,
in regards to
been a little out of pocket.
In regards to what, the Jadon Sancho situation?
Jadon Sancho, and even just in general, like what he said about Alphonso Davies, which I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit of an agenda.
Yeah,
like he's a little right.
Needless, we know about Alphonso Davies from a defensive standpoint, but why put a battery in his back? Why say anything? Benefit the team? Why? We know Alphonso Davies is my favorite fullback. I've said this. I think he's the best left back in Europe. We know defensively he can be got at. Why say that publicly? Just say that to Palestri. Why?
I think it was.
Go on, Prime.
First of all, congratulations, Flawless.
Love.
On the milestone. Sarcasm City and all of that. Second of all, Ten Hag, is he not Dutch? It's like, I can touch people quite like honest and blunt how they speak. So I haven't watched the actual video, but I'm assuming he just said it matter of fact of, Davis is not the best defender. Like maybe that's something they can explore.
The thing is, he didn't even say that.
Did he not say
it? Got lost in translation. That's what it was. He said like he doesn't defend much. He's a very attacking player.
Yeah, but that's.
I think he did say I think because I saw the clip where he said he's not a great defender though. I saw the clip actually talking like the last bit what you said is he's a very attacking, he's a very offensive player. Like he was talking about his strengths, but then when he was talking about his defensive attributes, he was talking about how he's not a great defender.
Yeah, but he's not saying that to like.
It'd
be different if someone like Jose said it, but for Ten Hag, like considering he's Dutch, they're quite.
His intentions aren't like that.
honest.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
saying
but
that
but
as
then
you're saying that matter of fact.
even if your intentions are not maybe the point, you're still fueling somebody like you know.
Yeah,
you calling me-
100%.
You're not you calling me not a great defender? Yo, let me put a ballistic out there. Like,
Yeah.
like it's just not
It's
not
like,
needed
yo,
to say.
just yeah, again, it's just needless in regards to Sancho. Again, needless. That's the best way I can describe it. Just don't say anything. Like it's not helping. And I've seen you because I don't watch like interviews. It's when the chat tell me what's going on because I don't really care too tough what managers and players say. But it's like, yo, you just saying needless stuff. Like, why say that about Alphonso Davies? They don't help us. Why say that about Jadon Sancho in regards to the training? They don't help us. And I've seen you very much like him with his tactics on the pitch last season. I've seen you navigate and speak very well in press conferences before. I've got it before. Like people say, oh, how could he say De Gea is a great number one and we're lucky to have him? I fully get what you're doing because your actions don't show that. Same with Maguire. Oh, we're lucky to have him here. Great captain, blub. Now he's 5th choice centre back. So that goes to show what you think of him. I'm cool with that. Just lie. It's like really not difficult. So yeah, it's strange. Big up to Daniel for the super chat. Much appreciated. Says love in the stream. I'm smoking a cig, drinking my rum. Man said acting like Phil Mitchell right now. LOL. Great chat, guys. Hey, big up, man. Much appreciated, Daniel. Every single time. Raymond says, big up, Flawless. Where's that Chicago Bears fan that comes on here? Taz, are you Chicago Bears fan?
Yeah,
You can see it in my fucking bio.
I thought so.
In my
I ain't
picture,
read your.
that's-
I ain't read your bio.
Now,
No, you're talking about
the picture.
Profile picture.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, if I'm like, I'm gonna be able to pick out a Chicago Bears.
No.
jersey.
I'm telling it to this guy.
Oh, see, fair. Go on, carry on. But yeah, he said, yeah, he's here, Raymond. So if you got any questions from them, no? You got any questions for him? He's right here.
What's up?
Nah, I'm presuming he's got. I don't think he's coming on smoke. I don't think it is. Daniel says, "What do you enjoy outside of football when you out working? If you get time, that is barely any time. Because like I said, this takes up and consumes so much time, like outside of streams. Well, I might be streaming from like 2 to. I might do 12 hours. I might like do 2 till 2 p.m. till 2 a.m. And then outside of that, then it's like all right. Get all the shows on the audio platforms as well. So make sure you set up for tomorrow. Make sure you've reached out for whatever show's going on for tomorrow, etc. But in regards to that, one just chilling out. One just likes that. One chilling out. Series and stuff like that. So like Power. Anyone who knows me on here, like I'm a big Power fan. It's like legit after this, they dropped episode 4 of Power Book 4. So I'm gonna watch that. Marvel fan as well. Marvel. And then what I've recently realized on Disney Plus, shout out to my sister because she hooked me up with her Disney Plus account, was they got Spider-Man the original on there. So I've just been watching the Spider-Man cartoon. I ain't gonna lie. I'm saying
the 90s one.
Yeah.
Question.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's
the
a good
90s one. Yeah. I've been thrown like I was like, oh, this takes me back to being a kid. Yeah, go on, Tazo.
Is The Wire good?
Exceptional.
I heard it's good.
Really?
Exceptional.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's exceptional.
bet.
It's exceptional.
I'm finna watch it then.
I've been meaning to ask you, Flawless. So what else do you balance between, like, because I know you stream all the time. What else what else you got on your plate? Because like, I got a bunch of things on my plate too, and I'm like, I want to just see like how are you balancing this shit out?
So like in terms of like I host shows in it. So like live shows. So like people will come out. There'll be acts on the music acts. So there'll be 6, 7, maybe more acts on a card. Like I did that. I was at a show in Liverpool 2 weeks back, and then I got one coming up. Actually, if you're in Manchester, people. It's October the 6th, Friday, October the 6th in Manchester. Fire card, shout out to Savage PMP, Studio, is it Studio? Yeah, or Studio MCR, Studio 888. Like, yeah, Studio 88, sorry. Yeah, pull up people. Obviously, I'll post it on here as well. So, yeah, I'll be hosting shows as well. That's another hustle that man's on in regards to, because that's something else I've done before, I enjoy, and now I'm finally like back on that like properly. Like man's hooked up with a company who's doing that. So I'm going to be doing that on a much more regular basis. That's where like when I was posting out pictures about it, like that's from that event. So yeah, my man just enjoys like in regards to outside of this hosting shows. Music comes and goes in it. Like I'm not really into the music like that. It's more so if one of my guys is like, yo, I got a track. Do you like this instrumental? And then they'll send me the instrumental. If I like the instrumental, all right, right at 16. Cool. Like that's how it goes. But always trying to add to the portfolio. I'm saying like never trying to be stuck in a box. I used to battle rap, yes. Not anymore. Used to. Like from like 3-4 years. Like it was like how long did we battle rap for? Like,
why did you stop? Because I know
3-4 years. Yeah, that's how I met Stroll, was through that. Why did I
you
stop?
stop?
This the reason why I stopped, the ceiling. There's a ceiling on it. Like there's no benefit to it. Like once you reach a certain point, like there's no like this, there's a benefit to it. You can grow and see where there's like once you get to a certain point in battle rap, it's kind of like, what do you do? Plus, it's not that big of a fan base. So you're limited in that. It's not like football that's worldwide. Like it's a very niche market. It's extremely niche. That's why I stopped. A lot of the people are dicks, pretty much. And like when I call man asshole, like I call Jez an asshole, but like that's in a good way on here. Like there's genuine, there's genuine people like battle rap. Where like when you deal with people, you realize just how fucked up people are. Like it's just the worst of. It's like the worst of the worst. And like there's people who still like in battle rap still don't like me to this day because of shit that we've said back and forth to each other, and it's kind of like right, it's battle rap type of shit.
It's not
too
just
personal, huh?
at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of like Marshall. Yeah, it's just kind of like people just because they unhappy with where they're at. Go on, what did you say?
How many
Prime?
egos involved?
Yeah, egos. Yes, a hell of a lot of egos, and the fans are like I say, the fans move funny. It's crazy. Like the fans are very like a lot of the fans are in the UK are fans of battle rapper, but not battle rap. So they're a fan of such and such. Like no matter what man says, I'm gonna cheer. I dislike such and such, so I'm not gonna cheer. I'm not gonna read. And obviously, when you're in that space, and for those that know Tox, he's the king of wind-up merchants. So a lot of people don't like me because of him. A lot of people in battle rap don't like him because some of it's on me too. I'm saying some of it is on me too. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm at fault. And some of the time is because man, them just go there and people go there a lot of the time and reinvent themselves. That's what it is. So there's a lot of people that are uncool or nerds, and they're like, all right, let me become a rapper, go into battle rap, and I'm a change. And then how you notice and see this is how these men act around women. Because that's another thing as well, that people are unhappy. Oh, such and such a girl likes Tox, or they like Scorps, or they like Flawless, and they have an issue with that. So because I said girl is a fan of us, or said girl likes me, you have an issue with me. There's that comes around.
That's weird.
It's weird because it's a weirdo place. Because you find out like in battle rap, a lot of the
I never knew this.
like a lot of the people come out and they either like pedophiles or had issues with. It's crazy. Yeah. In battle rap, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. Like a lot, like that's come out. Like one of the guys Tox battled came like he was on the run, I think in Spain, and he's been locked up now. But like he was involved with a girl who was she like, I think she was 15, 16, but he was claiming she was 18.
Yikes.
And he's like grown, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like grown, like late 20s type of thing. And yeah, he knew. So he was claiming she was like 18. Then a lot of people you see like weekend dads, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, cool. Friggin' domestics with women, drug abuse as well. Like I've been at events, a man just sniffing coke. Daytime events. A man in the middle of the venue just sniffing coke off a house key. It's crazy. And Tox turned to me and was like, yo, fam, why are we here? He was like, why are we here, man? Why are we around just all these niggas? The list goes on, people, in regards to
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
that's a whole different world. I never knew about that.
Yeah. Like a lot of the I can only speak for the UK. A lot of the battle rappers are just uncool and just have weirdos. I just like weirdos and stuff like just weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Like struggle talk to women. Like not even trying to talk to the woman to get involved with it, just basic talking. Just going back and forth.
Awkward people.
Yeah. That's it. That's the correct awkward. Yeah. And I noticed that, like, you are just a complete, like, you were just a weirdo.
Yeah, like, let me stay away from it. Let me stay away.
Yeah, I don't have nothing about it. That's why we left. Like in regards to it, because it's kind of like the answer, bro. Like we hit ceiling. It's like, dude, you can't really do too much. Like salute to the battle rappers that are, because like Stroll, for instance, that's my guy, and I met him through that. There is people who I'm still genuinely cool with through it because of it. But other than that, and it helped hone my skills for this, because obviously I was battle rapping at first, then I became media for one of the battle rap platforms, and then that's when it transitioned into this. So yeah, man, like it's honing skills there. Is there a version of URL in England? No. The not closest to it, but obviously Don't Flop was a massive league. But then because and the owner and he was doing craziness, and I know all about that type of stuff. That's why that kind of fell away. I know it's still going now, but it's never the same. It's never the same. Hey, big up Cam. I see you as well, man. Says big up for the 8K, 10K next. Say that again. What did you say?
They used to make them.
Yo, you're breaking up. Say that again. Say that again,
Bro.
Prime. You broke up. I just couldn't hear you.
That's just Italian Wi-Fi right there. Shit.
Is he breaking? He's breaking up. It's not just me. All right. It's not just me. All right. He's breaking up.
It's Italian Wi-Fi. It's what it is.
Yeah, it's time Wi-Fi.
Hey, Marshall, I know you gotta go. Let them know where they can find you and
Appreciate
what you
it,
got
brother.
coming up, and make sure you subscribe
Thank
to
you.
Casually FC. One of the mods, please put Casually FC's link in the chat.
Thank you.
And make sure you subscribe to his channel. Yeah, go on,
I
Marshall.
appreciate it, man. Like
Every time,
as
man.
always, like I mean, I'm always happy to come here whenever I have some time. And like I saw 8K, and I'm like, I gotta make this happen. So
Yeah, I love
I'm happy. Thank you for having me on. As always, like I'm always gonna find time to get you on as well, and when our schedules mesh. So like next time I'll get you on Casually FC. We'll talk about maybe the Man United preview. Maybe we'll do that again because that was fun last time we did that.
Yeah. I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
So yeah, we'll probably do something like that. But dude, congrats on 8K. You're like one of the hardest working streamers here. We're always like, and you're up late too. So like it's so easy, just like after I'm done with the stream, let's send these boys to another good channel. Let's send them to Sarcasm City. And we're always there in the chat. We're always checking you out, man. When we're proud of what you're doing.
Appreciate
also,
it.
pause. Pause. But yeah,
That's
my
a
guy,
checking you
thank
out,
you for
yo.
having me
There you
out.
go.
thank you for having me here. Congrats on
Anytime,
8K. If you guys want to find me, Casually FC on YouTube and then Casually FC on Twitter as well. I'm there. But yeah, big up to everyone. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night and enjoy the rest of the 8K celebration, broski. And people, smash up the like and subscribe. Come on, let's go to 9K next and then 10K.
And big up to
Wait,
A. Solomon as well.
You get the silver button when you get the 10K, right? Is that what that is, or 100?
I don't know. That's
I don't know.
100. That's 100.
That's 100. Okay,
We're gonna get there eventually.
We're gonna be there next year.
We'll get that silver play button soon. But all right, boys, have a good night.
Big up, man. Big up to A. Solomon for subbing to Casually as well. You're a real one. Big up. Big up to Marshall every single time. And that being said, speaking of battle rap as well, to further answer your question, Daniel, as well, I still watch that. Like URL, I still watch. Like I'm not tapped in as I used to be, but I still be watching and stuff. Final few questions. We're going to close out in the next 10 to 15 minutes or so, people, as well. So Jacob, I seen you put earlier in regards to on the Sarcasm City TV waiting list. Obviously, I've had you on here over before, and I'm going to get you on again. It's just when it comes to permanent shows, I just don't bring people over just because. Obviously, make sure you lot subscribe to United Spurs of America first and foremost. Secondly, definitely get you on, Jacob, when the opportunity arises. I just got to come up with the idea for the show. That's all it is. I just got to come up with a good idea. Let's see what else you lot are saying in the chat as well. If I missed your question, I do indeed apologize, people. This liquor is kicking in, I'm not going to lie. Where else we are?
This is preach, man. It should be
100%, man. It's kicking in. Flawless. I mean, he says, Flawless, do you remember Jez's debut on Sarcasm City TV? I don't, but Jez might. But go on, Jez, talk about it. I'll be back in a sec.
Hey, bro, I can't, bro. It feels like ages that I've been on this channel actually.
Was it that Q&A after you draw to Burnley away?
It might be Burnley away. It was definitely a Q&A. It was definitely a Q&A. This is what I can do. Because I remember I used to.
You and I watched him just going at Conte the whole time. I remember that because I think we played a day before. We went 2-0 in the first leg. Then I think on that game, I think it was the same game as you guys kicked off against Burnley.
Yeah, you know what? It might be right, to be honest. It might be right because I remember it was definitely under the Conte era when I was. I think Nuno. I was here for.
Conte.
Yeah, it was definitely Conte. But I remember saying some stuff about Nuno, when he was here, and I said like, "Yo, get him out of here," and that. But I started to be more of a regular on the channel. Doing Conte's era, and I feel like you might be right. It might be the Q&A actually. When I think it might, it might be the Q&A actually. It really might be because like it's been just so long. But this is I'll be saying this like we say it all the time as well to each other. Like, bro, we could be streaming maybe if it's just maybe one day, like one day. It could be just one day where we don't stream and don't see each other, and then be like, yo, it's been a minute, like.
Facts.
Bro, I can't. Time just flies as hell, isn't it? So I've just been enjoying the time since it's been time since I've been on here, but I enjoy the time every time I'm here.
No, that's fair. That's fun. 100%. No, I get exactly what you're saying, family. I caught some of what you said, but yeah, in regards to it does feel that way when we don't see each other for a minute, and it's like, yo, I feel like I've not seen you in time, and it's been 2 days. You know what I'm
Literally.
saying? And that it's legit been 2 days. Big up to Andrew as well. He says, big up Flawless, keep up the grind. Canadian Chelsea fan from News's channel, but I always respect your takes and opinions. Sip that drunk. Hey, big up to you, Andrew Royce, man. Much appreciated. Eddie saying the same as well. Shout out to Mr. 8K, soon to be 10K. Forever humble by the fact you gave a dude like me a shot on your platform. Always been a real one and will continue to be so. Sorry, I couldn't make it work tripping. Again, salute to Eddie, man. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of my favorite content creators as well. Big up Black Diamond. Going back to what we were saying about international fans, Caribbean posse too. Of course, man. I love to see my Caribbean people in the building, whether it's Bajans, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, St. Kitts, St. Lucia, wherever in the Caribbean. Love to see my Caribbeans in the chat, man. You lot are real ones. Love to see you lot in the chat. For real, for real. See what you said. And yeah, Cameron, if you are still in the chat, respect on the mud. We got a link up on stream soon. 110% we will. A big up to you, Cameron, every single time as well. And yeah, Danji. Oh yeah, cannabis versus disaster is jokes to this day. That's why it's great. See, stuff like this. That's why I've had disaster on the channel. It's fantastic. You know what I'm saying? You know what rhymes with Jermaine Williams? Like, that shit's hilarious. Like, he told the story in regards to why that guy shouted out never made millions. Because it was his done and he gave away the bar. But yeah, shout out to Disaster. He's been on there a few times. He has. A Solomon says, favorite team not in the Premier League.
Dortmund.
Dortmund for you. Probably Real Madrid for me.
Same.
I'll say Real Madrid as well.
Probably Real Madrid. But therefore, I love both Milan sides as well. Because like Syria was it, and they were just two teams who had many players I was fan of. But yeah, like, both Milan sides. I can't even say just AC or just Inter. That's what I would say. Warrior J says, Timo, do you remember your debut on this channel?
I'm not gonna lie. I think when we lost 5-2 to West Brom a day after that.
Was it that? Oh, that shit was jokes, yo.
I remember that game we were playing. I can't like that game alone. It was criminal though. Like I think everyone played bad.
Bro, what was that dude's name again? That Brazilian, I think it was.
The guy who always used to score against them. There was a guy. There was a guy who always used to score.
No, it was one of them. There's also the. Was it Callum Robinson? I remember.
Yeah, it was Callum Robinson. Yeah, it was Callum Robinson.
No, it was Matheus Pereira with 2 goals and Callum Robinson.
Nah, but I'm saying there was a player who always used to score against you.
Yeah, during that same season, I remember, and he used to play for he used to be late for West Brom as well. Yeah, I think it was him. I think it was Callum Robinson.
Yeah, it was Callum Robinson.
Matheus Pereira was good that season.
He's Irish.
Sorry,
he's Irish.
Oh, he's Irish. Oh, okay. I mean, it might be, yeah, but I remember just somebody just dunking like you won this season. I still can't believe you won the Champions League the same season, but I mean, yo, maybe you just sold it to the devil. That's a question that I want to actually go to quick because Joel been asking me.
Get to it.
Matal trying to caught me up with that one earlier as well.
What?
Why does Jess have an obsession with teams that often joke?
Yeah, that's the question.
I don't know.
Question.
I think the teams that I support I think they describe my personality the best. Like I'm a psychopath, low key. No, in a bad way. Hey, like I don't know. I just love pain, I guess.
Hey yo, bro.
I enjoy.
Hey yo,
hey yo, bro.
Hey yo.
Jazz, you gotta pause on that. This guy said, "I love pain." Pause, man.
I don't know. I'm just trying to describe. I don't know what it is because it's with the Thunders. It's with Spurs. It's with Dortmund. Like, bro, I don't know. I just have an affection for the teams that just do that. Like, I don't know what it is like.
Bro, chill out, man. See, you did it again. Pause. Listen. The Warrior J asked a question earlier as well. That was the one I wanted you to get to. Was why does Jez support 5 teams in every sport? And the answer to that is because he's a whore. That's why. Shut up. He's a slut. He's a slut. He's a hoe.
So boy, I think it was Joel who asked the question, not Warrior J. But yeah, about that. That was a theme only for last season because how much I hated Conte. Like he made me he made me just support every club in every country. Like outside from Tottenham, because I could not stand this content content guy so
you
much.
could not. Yeah,
I
you
couldn't stand him. So I was like, you know what? I took it as my mission to just support every club that is not England. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it, Dortmund, Napoli, Union Saint Germain. Like it was getting mad in it. But I don't have 5 teams that I support. That's all for last season. Literally the only 2 clubs that are out here I can say I have some sort of love compared to all the other clubs are Tottenham and Dortmund. And Dortmund's only because I used to grow up in Germany for like 14 years. So I've been actually seeing more of Dortmund actually than Tottenham, but I never connected that much to Dortmund to the point where I felt like I was supporting them as like my first club. Which kind of correlates because my favorite player actually in football history is actually Bale. Like it's not Messi actually, it's like Bale. So which kind of maybe shows how young I am as well. But yeah, man, like
just 16 guys.
This whole thing's ended up like a German supporting Tottenham from like Germany, Stuttgart. It's kind of crazy if you think about it, but there are some crazy things. Like I actually follow a lot of Tottenham fans out in Germany actually, which is actually quite fun.
Hey, shout out to Spurs fans, real ones. All right, let's see what else you lost.
I know the best Spurs fan on here is Elena Defo. Just a second, unfortunately.
Say that again. You muffled. Say that again.
Yeah, I couldn't understand you.
I said the best Spurs fan on the channel was Elena. So hold on.
Man said, was she still here, fam?
Yeah,
she's still here. Don't do that. She's still here. She's not here right now, but I'm saying in general, like she be on shows. She was here last week. I'm surprised you didn't show up, to be honest.
I think she's busy because
you're simping elsewhere.
No, I'm surprised Timo wasn't here, is what I'm saying.
I know. That's what I was saying.
He
was simping elsewhere.
Right, fair. Yeah, sounds like him. Prime Hazard or Prime Rashford? Hazard all day long. You know what I'm saying?
What?
All day long. I don't know why, man.
This is a you said that Rashford there. Hey, what?
Yeah, it's definitely like Hazard.
That's
big up
just
to you,
wrong on so many levels. Like,
yeah,
big up
and to you. And to A Solomon, did the 5 members you gifted out the subs to, what's it called? Big you up. Make sure you lot did for those that. And A Solomon, if you're on Instagram, let me know. And that's to any other members as well. There is a membership group chat as well on Instagram. So if you are, just follow at Sarcasm City TV. I'll add you to the group chat. And to everyone else who's watching, if you want to join the Fantasy Premier League as well, I will drop the code in the chat. That's open for anyone to join. And on top of that, make sure you go follow the kick. Like Warrior J has said in the chat, that's where not only will you get City versus Nottingham Forest today, you'll get Arsenal versus Spurs tomorrow, people. Arsenal versus Spurs. So you get Manchester City Nottingham Forest game today, 3 p.m. And then, of course, Arsenal versus Tottenham Hotspur, North London derby tomorrow. I believe it's 2 p.m. kickoff. But check out the upcoming live stream schedule because it lets you know all the shows that are coming up. See what else you lot are saying as well. Fan calling shows over there as well. NFL content, NBA, boxing, plus more as well. Hey, appreciate the congratulations as well from... Hey, big up to you, Mbuna, man. Good to see you in the chat. Much appreciated, man. Large up. Which sport has the best atmosphere during the holidays? What holidays, Joe?
What?
What does that mean? Which holidays? I'm guessing he's saying like Christmas, like when he's saying holidays.
But I don't know. What does that mean, though?
Yeah, if you can explain it a bit more, then I can really understand.
I'm confused. Hey, fellas, a real quick diversion.
Go on.
Did you see the Javi Simmons news about United?
Nah, go on. What happened? No.
So apparently Fabrizio said this. We were in pole position to sign him this summer, and Ten Hag wanted him originally instead of Mount, but the club were reluctant to commit £50 million for him, and then instead went for Mason Mount.
I swear it was different as well, because I feel like a part of it was also because if PSG didn't sign him back and if he didn't go back in, that was the thing though. Like,
but United were just reluctant to commit the funds anyway.
And
they went for Mount instead. Like Ten Hag still wanted Mount, but apparently wanted Xavi Simmons, which is
that part, because I didn't know about that part, which makes it a bit hilarious that United did it, but because he was cheaper as well. But I don't know. Like, see, the thing is, I like Xavi Simmons, but the issue with him was, I feel like the only issue in terms of reluctance was like maybe it could have been a thing of you just had that one good season in PSV, like I'll be sure to just spend the big money on you like that. Like I don't know, like I kind of it's still stupid because it's the potential that you maybe because you pretty much bought Haaland, no, not Haaland, Haaland. You bought Haaland off potential in it, so it's like, so why couldn't you bought a Simmons or off potential? I don't know what happened there, to be honest.
Yeah, it makes no sense, to be honest.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't know if I can really buy it because you did it for Haaland, but you're not doing it for Simmons. So,
But
anyways,
it would make sense though, because it's United, you know.
Yeah. If you say that, then 100%. But then at the same time, it's like, but then you made it for Haaland, so it's like it's one of them ones, isn't it? But it is what it is. Like Javi was on a 6 mil buy box to PSG. Yeah, that's also another reason. That was also another reason. That's why I think that was never like. I remember Di Marzio, like I literally saw here we go for Simmons to Leipzig, and Di Marzio said, "Oh, Tottenham are in the poor position to get him," and I'm like, "No, we're not." Like Di Marzio had a horrible summer, but that's for another day. But yeah, man, like I mean, that kid is good, innit? Like that kid is good. So, like if he went to United, I would have been genuinely pissed, innit?
Who?
Simmons.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I would have been pissed, innit? Was like,
hey, Hoyland's look good. On another one, Hoyland's look good though. He surprised me, man. I'm actually pleasantly surprised.
But it's just really, when you feel like young player just coming to a new club trying to prove himself, and maybe there is high expectations, but not as crazy. You just play with freedom and just let he's just trying to ball in. That's all it is.
Bro, for him so far, it's 2 shots, 2 goals, legit.
Yeah, shout out Hoyland, man, 100%. You know what I'm saying?
One of them got called off, but the other one, like Bayern, 1 shot, 1 goal, like crazy efficiency.
Hey, 100% record, man. I fucks with that. And yeah, I was right. He said, you know how the NBA has like Christmas Day games, which spot has a better vibe around those times. So you're talking Christmas. NBA is popping up from what I've seen around Christmas time. So's Boxing Day games though.
What about
Premier League?
Cricket, easy.
You saying cricket? What time though? Around Christmas?
No, Boxing Day, Australia, Test, Ashes. That's the best.
First?
What about Thanksgiving? In the NFL?
Nah, bro. I've seen so many shit games on Thanksgiving. It's not it. Like,
fair enough.
It's like a good tradition. Like they do like after at the end of the game in the post game, like they go to the announcers, like they do the little turkey leg, eat it, all that shit. But the games are always ass. Like I can't remember the last good Thanksgiving game.
It all depends as well, because I like watching basketball on Christmas Day, but at the same time, I also love watching football on Boxing Day as well. So it's like,
yeah.
The last good Christmas NBA game was 2016 when the Warriors and Cavs. 2017. Sorry, KD's first year. That was really good.
Ralph, have you seen the Christmas games this year? Like Lakers Celtics. Fuck, man. We got some good games this year.
They will be on the kick.
On paper, they're good, but they're like actually not good games. Like played out.
They will be on the kick, people. Do not worry about that. And big up to Black Diamond says, Taz, I get Hoyland for your FPL. Don't let me win the Sarcasm City League. I need to actually check who's in there still. I haven't checked how many.
There's like 35 people in there, man.
Is it 35? Oh, that's big, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let me check.
Fucks with that. Hey, if you want to join the league, people, let me know in the chat. I'll drop the code in the chat. Bump up the likes as well, you lot, man. Bump up the likes. We're at 122, get us to 140. And subscribers, we're at 8,189. Yeah, we want 11 more subscribers, people. There's over 110 people in here. Hit the subscribe button. Get us to 8,200. That's what we want to do. Get us to 8,200 subscribers. It is rolled to 9K. This is the 8K subscriber party, people, as well. Prime says, oh, yeah, hey, Solomon, I'll give you the code. Give me 1 second. Oh, Warrior J, done. If you've got the code, let me know. Hey, Warrior J, I need to upgrade your moderator status, actually. When you comment, I will do. I'm going to put you to a manager moderator. Warrior J, I got you. Yeah, go on, Jez.
I was looking at the group list. I was like, I'm 18 in the fantasy out of 33. It's not looking good, bro.
It's not looking good.
But
Timo, you're 9th in the league. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm on 9 in the league.
You're 9 in the league. Crazy. Yeah, Daniel Lee, if you want to join the league, and it's open to anybody as well. Don't matter if this is your first time here. The league's open to everybody. People. Which Premier League manager is getting sacked first? Probably Poch. I'm not gonna lie.
If this continues here, then Poch.
I think it's Poch. Timo, what are you saying?
I said Ten Hag. I can't lie.
Oh, you think it's Ten Fez? That's not.
I
That's
mean,
not a
they're
bad shout.
they're probably one of the top 3 at the moment.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. They probably
Yeah.
1 and 2 or 2 and 3
It's
alongside the
literally-
Luton manager.
Yeah, literally.
It's one of that's what I would say. Yeah, but yeah, Daniel and Daniel Liu said they'll join. Let me get the code. I can't remember the code. Let me get the code, and I'll put the code in the chat for you lot as well.
I got 2 free transfers.
There you go. Do your thing. Prime says, "What's been the worst, or I guess best cooking on Sarcasm City TV?" Ryan was mad about something. It was a Q&A. It was a members Q&A, and Ryan was mad about something, and he got so mad that he left. That we was cooking him so
When
bad.
is he never mad? Like,
Nah, but he was legit like big pissed off. Like he stormed out and left. Like he stormed out and left.
Ironically, I think I know which one you're talking about, but I can't
Right.
remember what it was. Why do I feel like it was about why do I feel like it had to do something with
I think it was Spurs City when you lot beat them the opening day, and he was trying to blame Ruben Diaz. I think it was when Nuno was in charge, and he was just trying to get off his, because Ruben Diaz, if I remember correctly, tried to deflect. He tried to block it and took a deflection. Yeah.
And I remember actually defending Diaz on that day too, saying, "Nah, I think that was just clever." But he was smart on that day because he had that nasty Ruben Diaz agenda during that period.
Yeah, that's probably.
No, I don't remember when you lot play pro clubs. I think I was away at that time.
Might have been that.
The pro clubs when Flo was kind of like he was better, right? When Ryan it was in the final third and he was receiving a call from someone.
That's it. Yeah, man. This guy answering Yan City, you know. Like, what kind of shit is that?
The worst one was Hunter versus Flawless. I don't know if it was aired.
I don't think it was live.
I haven't seen that guy on this channel since.
It wasn't live.
He's never actually been on the channel. He's only been on clubs. He's never actually been
or clubs even not interacting, nothing, bro. That brother got cooked like it was no tomorrow.
So,
it was nasty business by you, Flawless. Not gonna lie.
Nah, people just be doing too much. But shout out to Huncho though. I don't know issue with him like that. Well, yeah, people just be doing too much, innit?
He do though.
Yeah, like people just be doing too much. Yeah, it's like, all right, cool. Like, don't do too much, innit? Like, that's what it is. Say it all the time. Those don't be extra. That's what it is. Trying to get the code for you lot in the chat as well. Yeah, the Don KJB roasting was hilarious.
Bro, they went on for like 4 to 5 hours. I remember that.
We ain't seen him since, and it's like, yo, just be honest. That's what it is. I'm trying to find this code for you lot for the Fantasy Premier League as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro was using the whole reasoning of art because of authentic heritage. Like, bro, what?
Heritage in a competition I don't think they've ever won.
They're not won the Champions League.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Also another thing, Flawless. Apparently now reports have come out that, and we've seen it evidently, Tuchel doesn't like De Ligt. That's gonna be our next center back signing. Book it.
You reckon we signed De Ligt?
Yeah, book it.
Hey,
easy.
Can't be worse. He's better than Lindelof. I'll give him that.
Book it, man. I don't rate that guy, man.
I hear you. I've not watched him like that, but
I was really high on him at Ajax, but bro, Juventus mid, Bayern mid to like ass. Like I don't know, man. I don't rate him.
Man, I've been trying to say, man, like I've been saying this when Bayern. I remember when Chelsea fans wanted him. I said, yo, he's overrated, like. But you know what? Eventually,
he's at least better than what we got.
Oh yeah, he's better than what you got, but like still like
way better than Lindelof.
Yeah. Nah, facts. Facts.
Yeah, I agree with Jacob. I wanted to make Spurs at one point as well, but then
it's great. You high.
Like not this version. I feel like if you talked about the one at Ajax, then yeah, I agree. But I don't know. Ever since Ajax, it never worked out.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. We were like that was 4 years ago. Like it's been 4 years, bro. 4 years ago, Ronaldo was like in the Ballon d'Or rankings. Now he's at Al Nassr. What are we doing here?
No.
Oh fuck! What's going on here? CMH 9.
We got the better Dutch defender anyway. Shout out to Van der Ven.
There you go. And that's the FPL code as well, people. Anyone who wants to join the FPL code, that's it. CMH9TC, people. That's the FPL code. CMH9TC. And Manchester United fans okay that they don't have a scouting department and get Ten Hag's pass play? No, A. Solomon, no. We should have a scouting department. And it should be an addition with what Ten Hag's trying to do. But the fact that it's just on
Pause.
him is crazy. What do you mean? It should be an addition in what
look at
he's
the
trying to do.
chat. Look at the chat.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
oh,
Jacob, man. You should hear what he said. He calls what's he called? What he calls son. So it's like that's nothing new.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he calls son. It's crazy. He was on the fan calling show on the chat, which is like, hey, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But that's Jacob for you, innit? That's Jacob for you. Shout out. Hey, make sure you don't subscribe to United Spurs of America.
That's why.
And subscribe. Hey, let me know in the chat who's joining the FPL as well. Number one. And number two, I need you lot to continue to follow the Kick because we are trying to get monetized over there. That's the Sarcasm City TV Kick. It's just another streaming platform. Download the app for free. Don't take up that much space. You sign up, create an account, follow Sarcasm City TV. You get members Q&As over there. You get fan calling shows over there that are open to everyone. Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League watch-alongs, NBA content, NFL content, boxing content, F1 content, the list goes on. So make sure you get over to the Kick people, Kick. Hey, Solomon, big up, because we're trying to get over. If we could get over 50 people in the FPL, that'd be sick. Bear in mind that
We're at 33 right now.
Team. At 33, all right, let's go over 40 then. At 33, let's go over 40. That's what we need to do. I'll do a video. I need to stop saying I'm going to do a video and actually do a video tomorrow, like promoting the FPL. But I think we're going to close out. I think that's everything. Hey, big up you, Solomon. Big up Jacob. You just joined as well. That's two more as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jacob, that's wild what you said as well. I don't even know what you're talking about. Who's Mickey?
Van de Ven.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, his first name is Mickey.
Mickey. Yeah, that's hey yo. Hey yo.
By the way,
Legit, bro.
Hey,
I
yo.
actually need to know your opinion before Spurs fans in the chat. You can also join in if you want to. Pause. Because Top and Totes, Top and Totes, and
Yeah.
They do also their show as well, and they were talking about how they don't like how people call Van de Ven VDV because of Van der Vaart. Because Van der Vaart used to be also VDV.
Yeah, that's facts, but he's retired now. We don't.
Yeah, no, but
it sounds too close to VVD as well.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, and people that don't, and what's it called? And Mickey is like, you shouldn't call Mickey VDV. Like, I actually want to know if you guys find it like reasonable, or because I feel like I can't call somebody Mickey. Like, I don't. This is not Disney.
Just call him Van de Ven or VDV. Like,
he was saying that, bro. I can't stop this VD. I can't stop the VDV. I don't know. Maybe I just thought it's me. Therefore, that was not like that. But I just don't like that. Even though, shout out to them. They're my guys. But nah, man. Like,
yeah.
For me, it's VDV, man.
Yeah, VDV Van de Ven. Like, that's calm. I'll see no issue with that. Zero issue with that. What are we talking about? What are we on about? Like, what are we doing? Well, yeah, people, it's there. And we've had like 3 people join. Hey, refresh that, Tarzan. Let me know how many people are in there. If we get over 35, yeah, and it's a classic league. David FA, yes. It's a classic league. Yeah, just normal standard fantasy Premier League. Timo, you in the league, yeah?
You don't have to pay money to get in there too, man.
What position you at? 9th?
9th.
Yeah, he's 9th.
Cool. It's gonna be added after the next.
Yeah, after the first, they're gonna give.
I was second last week, though. I had a howler last week, man.
We had a howler last. It sucks to be you, fam. Sucks to be you.
Yeah, next week, you man gonna be everyone that's joined. You're gonna be you can see yourself visibly in the league for everybody as well.
Yeah, can't made the fact that we
I forgot to
30,
change my
crazy.
team last week.
Bro, Rashford's been selling me, bro. I'm like, he's lucky that I can't get. See, the issue is because I don't know who else. Because I already got the top hitters already. Oh man,
I got Saka, Rashford, Madison, Hoyland, Haaland, Alvarez. That's my.
Actually, because see, I've been cheap with my second striker. I've been cheap because I got Joe Pedro. And he's actually.
Why do I have Onana? Let me remove him.
Yeah, I don't know what.
See, the thing is,
I had him at the start and I forgot. Like, let me.
You know what? With keepers, I just go over cheap with the keepers now these days. Because I barely get ever a clean sheet. I don't know why. Like, it happens to the stupidest times. Like, most of the time, my bench player gets always a clean sheet other than actually my starters. It's what it is.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse, bro. That's Mickey Mouse is a great, slander name.
Hey man, I heard, to be honest, I heard better slanders than that one, to be fair, but I'm not gonna say that.
No, say it.
No, I'm not gonna say it. If not, end the show.
That's legit what I'm gonna do. Hey, love to everyone that's locked in. Big up, man. You lot are real ones. Everyone who's supporting. Road to 9K. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us on all audio platforms as well. Hey, big up Jacob every single time. Big up all the regulars, all the new people, all my panelists, everything. I don't believe anybody is live. So I'm just gonna send you lot to the Burnley Manchester United game. I was trying to think what's the next live stream on the actual YouTube channel. Don't forget on the kick though, we will be live for the Manchester City Nottingham Forest game. Manchester City Nottingham Forest, we will be live for that 3 p.m. and then here on the YouTube, back here on the YouTube, people, for the Burnley versus Manchester United game. And following that, you should get a Man United podcast. I need to chat to Tox because I think he is about. So then you'll get that. Then Sunday, of course, on the kick, Arsenal versus Tottenham Hotspur. You'll get that game. That'll be live on the Sarcasm City TV kick. Then following that, you will get the Manchester. There won't be a Q&A. You'll get the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show. Myself, Jez, and Surfer looking at back at the North London derby, Chelsea Villa, and of course Burnley versus Manchester United as well. Go on, Timo. Was you gonna say something, fam?
Negative.
Are you sure?
Negative.
All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned Spurs and
Q&A on Sunday,
you
yeah?
start grinning. No Q&A on Sunday. It's United Chelsea Spurs show.
Oh, the Sunday.
Yeah, the Sunday.
Monday.
Yeah, so
Yes.
they go into the Monday. Yeah,
Sunday
because,
night, yes.
Yeah.
So
It's-
at the
yeah.
day of the North London derby and the day you play Villa. You know what I'm saying there will be.
Hey, we could lose their game, but if Chelsea lose their game, don't let me be on stream. Actually, I'm
Nah,
gonna be on
you
stream
gonna be
anyway.
there,
So
man. Yeah, 100%, man. Let's hope Villa do Chelsea. Shout out Villa. But hopefully they do.
Absolutely not.
All right, what's your score prediction for Chelsea Villa?
1-0.
To
Over
Villa,
triple
Fez?
goal.
Wait,
Over
oh
triple
yeah, you said 1-0. Okay, all right, cool. And you're going to the game, right?
Yes, indeed. I'll be
Okay,
there.
come. You will be there, and we will be here afterwards. We'll love to everyone that's locked in. Daniel, big up to you again for the much appreciated and very, very genuine super chat. You're a real one, for real. So nothing but love for that. Big up to everyone else who super chatted. Big up to Solomon as well, who not only became a member but gifted our membership. We hit 130 likes, well, over 130 likes. Let me see how many subscribers. Hey, Josu says, big up my guy Flawless, more blessings and congrats on the 8K. Love, appreciated. The way I'm feeling though, I may not make that 3 p.m. kickoff City Forest, but I will definitely do my best to. But love to everyone that's locked in. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports. Not even been Sarcasm City Sports. This has been the Sarcasm City 8K subscriber party live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in, and please continue to support in the manner in which you have.